Hello everyone, welcome to the City Crit. I am your Dungeon Master Harna, and joining me is my spacefaring group. Let's start off with, let's see. Oh, I didn't even think about this. I really should think about this more in advance.
You say this every time.
Yeah, I never learn. I can make it easy for myself and just say, you know, who's the oldest, and worked on from there. That's boring, isn't it?
I also don't think I know.
Don't call us out on Twitch like that with our ages and.
Right.
For those curious, Ryan's the oldest.
You just told yourself out there.
But yeah, let's. I know. Let's start off with the person who cannot handle the heat. I'm talking spice. I'm talking spicy foods, and then we'll work up to the
Spice King.
The Spice King or Queen.
Can't handle the heat, like just spicy foods, or like, you know, to be the Spice King, do you have to be able to chug a thing of hot sauce in an interview?
I have Cholula right here, so I mean, within arm's reach.
What if you could eat the hot thing, but you literally like turn red and break out in sweats, but you will still eat the hot thing? Does that?
I also don't know where I fall on the scale, because like I can eat the hot thing, but my body is not going to agree with the hot thing.
Yeah, I would call it, that is you can handle the hot thing, your body definitely.
Yeah, it's who can handle the heat, you know? It's like if you went on fucking hot ones, you know, like, could you fucking finish the run, you know? Or would you die, like, halfway through?
I feel like I would die trying. I wouldn't
I
give
have
up,
a
but I would
metaphobia,
keep
so I
going.
feel like I'd stop real fast because I'd be scared of throwing up.
I'll go first, because I feel like out of this group I'm the only person that wouldn't do the one-chip challenge. So, well, I'm playing Volgir the Durgar, and I will pass on to the next person out of the U5 that seems to have
I'll go next.
iron taste buds.
I like spicy food a lot, but unfortunately my body is unbearably white, so it includes a lot of writhing on the floor in pain the next day. Hi, I'm George. I play Atlas Moreau, the Owlin Druid, and I will pass it on to our next spice bitch.
I'm gonna take the spice bitch next level bot because although I like jalapenos, I have to do the hee-hoos to get them
Jalapenos are not hot.
Jalapenos are not spicy.
They are
No,
not
I was about to
spicy
say-
at all.
I'm about to say, can I rejig where I am in
Yeah,
this
what
list?
the hell, Ryan?
Maybe.
This is
Well,
like
what
when
is- what
fucking
is it?
Nina said that Cumberland sausages are too spicy all over again.
No, that's
Yeah.
bullshit. I eat
Like
spicy foods.
Ryan, what's your Indian order go to?
What was?
That's a good one.
But that's,
Ah,
I
there
like
you go.
korma just for the
You like
taste, so I
korma?
can eat-
Oh, okay.
Nah,
Can
get
eat
out. Get
ma-
to the bottom of the spice bitch line.
I'm switching with Ryan.
I
Even
also
George
ate-
has a masala. Come on.
Well, no, I've had masala.
I also like
I've
a
had
buna quite a
madras.
lot.
Buna fucking
Mary
Mary
slaps.
likes a buna, which
I like Parashi.
What
I
was
like
the
the
one?
onion.
What was the one that above that everybody kept forgetting how hot it was?
Vindaloo?
Jalfrezi?
Jalfrezi.
Jalfrezi, yeah.
Yes, I've eaten that and I survived.
Still
I
not
did
that
have to do the-
spicy, man.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, then, you know what? I'll just say it now. I'm the bitchiest out of all the heat people. I'm gonna slot myself in last. Hello, my name is Ryan. I like spicy food, but I can't handle it at all. I die. I need milk. I play Cyrus Revanmar, the Barbarian, ASMR. Next.
Shame
I'll go
him!
next.
Shame him!
I see
Uh, Hi, I'm Anthony. I play Barastaku, the Sata Rogue Fighter, and I'll pass it on to the Spice Queen.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I am, but according to Ryan, my stomach's a machine. So hi,
She
I'm Mary.
has
I
the
play
iron
Astra,
stomach.
the ASMR cleric.
In my
I feel
family,
like
we call
I should
that
have went in the middle
Labrador
there
stomach.
somewhere, but no worries.
Mary usually orders salted chili chicken and curry
spicy though. That's
from
not-
Golden
That's
from
also
Golden
not
Gate.
spicy.
It's not spicy, but the Golden Gate seem to make their curry really, really hot. Like, I don't know what they put in it. It's always fucking hot. I tried it once when Mary wasn't there, and I was like, I'll order what Mary has. It's usually quite nice. Oh my god, I went through like 3 pints of milk in the
One
space
time
of one
I was
meal.
trying to buy my dad a hot sauce from one of those like specialty hot sauce stands. And I picked one up to look at it, and the woman was like, careful, it's really hot. And I was like, I'm pretty good at handling spicy food. And then she poured like a full tablespoon of it onto a taster dish and went, go on then.
See,
So then
I
I
went-
ate a full tablespoon of hot sauce and kept a straight face. Not because I enjoyed it, it was awful, everything in me burned, but like, I'm not gonna back down from that.
see, I went somewhere. I went to a. Can't remember where it was. It was somewhere with
Dogs
a couple
needed a
mates.
piss.
And one of our friends, someone came up to him, like kind of like almost market stall wise. So went, "Do you want to try this stupidly hot sauce?" And they went, "No, I want to see that thing that's got the skull and crossbones behind him." I went, "Sure, you get 1 drop." They gave him 1 drop. His tongue was so numb he couldn't speak for the rest of the day.
Remember that ramen you got that literally had like 2 inches of just pure chili oil on the top?
Yeah.
Are you eating a chili pepper to prove a point?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the talking chilies makes me be hungry, so.
Is this why you were like giving me the eyeball the whole time through this thing? Every time somebody stepped up before me, you were going,
Okay, so we've established that Ryan is a little spicy
Judging me?
bitch. Let's continue.
Is it the case that Ryan orders salt and pepper chips and suddenly spicy?
Ryan
No.
is the kind of
Like salt and
person who
pepper
would get
chips.
jalapeno poppers and complain they were too spicy.
I don't know what those are.
You don't know what a jalapeno popper is?
I eat jalapenos, but I don't know what a jalapeno popper is.
They're stuffed with cheese and wrapped with bacon.
They sound good.
They're really good.
You're tasty. Who wants to remind us what
sound-
happened last time? I'm gonna go see
I was
what
about
the
to say.
dog's doing. Well, I'll listen.
See, that sounds like
last
something
session,
that kills you, George.
We
Drinking-
abandoned the station.
Drinking games.
Then we got drunk.
Also, possible mushroom takeover that we narrowly avoided. Learned the Leonin cleans everything with his tongue.
Learned the rabbit has the hots for the cleric, and the cleric broke her heart.
Cleric
but so
turned
that's
her
the
down
page one
as
news.
nicely as she could, but it was still awful.
Oh, it was awkward as hell.
So awful,
like-
Alice just started breaking shit in the background purely to try and distract from the hell.
Good alcohol.
She tried
alcohol.
she tried to throw the whiskey. None of us were having that. Astra
Something
was
had to
being
be done.
as sympathetic and empathetic as she could.
I destroyed my berries
Jeez.
trying to make wine because I rolled a 1.
Yeah, Atlas wasn't happy. She was having a very grumpy day. But came round
Drinking
with
games.
the help of Cyrus, I guess. Diaz has the hots for Astra.
We found out that Volgir went to prison at some point, but he's not a fugitive, and everyone was like, wow, he must have escaped really well, because we forgot that you can just go to prison and then leave legally once you do your time. We forgot
shared a
leaving
nice-
prison was part of prison.
Yeah, we shared a nice moment
Oh, look, my teeth are
of remembering the fallen. Diaz hooked us up with.
We found out
the-
Daisy's real name is Daisy, which is not as cool as Days. But no one's gonna mention it because, again, we watched her get turned down and it was rough.
Yeah, also we're going to a police station in space.
I think it's like an
she's
army
like,
cadet
Hey
station.
guys, we're chill. These are mercenaries.
We're not
They're
the
chill.
criminals. We saved her from the criminals who definitely aren't us.
We're helping her out.
We need to
according to her
quickly
lie.
think of our new identities.
Barros
Yes.
tried to call himself Captain Biscuit
Yeah.
several times.
Yeah,
We
and
didn't
now he's
let
got
him.
I have to
Hollow
wait
strap
for
with his
Astra to
actual
pick
name.
her new identity so I can pick a very similar name and keep confusing everyone, you know?
Oh, I was
Yeah.
actually thinking of Violet for Astra, so.
So you're gonna be called Vera.
Gonna go with Viola.
Viola.
And Beros is very drunk.
Barros
And
is very
Barros
drunk.
is very drunk.
Atlas has drank a lot, but she actually rolled really well on her con. She got like a fucking 20 on her con, so she's very drunk. She's doing like the I'm really drunk, but I'm going home now and my parents can't know.
I think Volgir disappeared, didn't he, to the bridge?
Yeah,
So I
Volgir
think he
left.
missed all the.
I
all
think
the
Volgir did the
entertainment.
drinking game, but then he missed the horrific letdown of days.
And
I feel-
and also he was being overly racist, and we kept having to swap
Yeah.
tables. 'cause
No,
we're like,
there's a lot of racism from a lot of
Everyone
people.
was being racist, to be fair. Everyone was being racist to someone different, which is peak D&D, honestly. Did you guys have that with Baldur's Gate, where you were like, oh, these guys are racist, so these other guys will be the good guys. Oh no, these guys are just also racist the other way.
Druids and tieflings.
Walking around as a drow and everyone's like, ah,
Yeah.
you horrible monster. Harry and I did our first playthrough as a drow and a tiefling, and it was rough.
Eye-opening.
I'm a tiefling romancing Lae'zel at the moment, and whenever we met Minthara, she was like, well, I'll take your help in your hideous form, and I'm like, bitch, please, I'm a bard.
The first time I actually spoke to Minthara, because the first time we murdered her not knowing who she was and never even actually spoke to her, I was playing a half-elf, and she was like, wow, a half-breed. And I was like, I don't think you could say that to me.
Minthara can. If anybody gets a pass, it's Minthara.
Racist.
I love her so much.
Have you seen
She's
the
so funny.
Have you seen the person on TikTok who just does Ron Swanson quotes in Minthara's voice and they all fit so perfectly? I
Yes.
love it so much.
It brings me joy.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Back to our day.
Days is basically just finished the communication. You've been given like docking allocation. But yeah.
oh, we gotta strip ourselves of our hollow straps, except our beloved
Yeah.
Captain Barry.
Hide them all in a cupboard somewhere.
Captain Biscuit.
Just a thought. I know hollow straps and whatnot, but surely they have like physical description of us. Because some of us are.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be able to change that too fast.
I don't like the way that you said some of us are just, and then you just looked at me. That's. I know I stick out. I have one horn, and I'm like 6 foot tall, but
Do you,
Oh,
by
is
any
there-
chance, have a spare horn anywhere?
no. Why would I carry it? Well, I could have had if I had the
Well-
Archfiend skull, but I'm pretty sure we're all glad that I got rid of
Here's,
that.
here's
How
a solution,
attached
is Jordan
are you
walks
to
into
the
room
other?
with a wire.
I'm not cutting off my horn. You've
I-
already said this, Atlas.
I was just floating an idea.
Well, float somewhere else.
Cut it vertically and then he has 2 horns.
Maybe just
You guys have this, you're
No.
having this conversation in the bridge.
Or
Okay. So there's no NPCs with you.
Don't suppose
No.
anyone's got
Dean's left up to communication, sunshine, never came in.
self up their sleeve. Not really a
Mhm.
druid
I
thing.
could I could wear a hat or a helmet.
Are we
Or a
doing
hood.
are we doing disguises? Because I can wear pants. I've got a pair of pants. Definitely not Cyrus's pants.
You
You
also
give me
have
the-
horns and.
You
Looks
give me
like
the
a
pants
goat.
back. Are you asking for my pants again?
Oh, he has his own pants. I gave him some.
Yeah, true, but it's funnier if I just wear his pants again. But I'll go wear the regular pants. But you got to remember, Beros does not wear pants. So if I wear pants, then I'm just a satyr with pants.
I can't remember if I was wearing my mask or not when we escaped. I feel like I probably was, right? I'm not taking it off. This room is full of mushrooms.
I think you said you were because I tried to hose you down and you said you were in full plague outfit.
Also, the star mark was in police custody, and you decided not to put that back on.
Yeah.
Whenever you were in
escaped.
prison, you didn't have anything on. They took it all off you.
Yeah, they took everything off me there, but I'm trying to work out if my description wears a mask.
You can also just, become a cat or something.
Is there any need for
how long
all of
can
us
you
to leave?
maintain your wild form?
My wild shape?
Yes, that. How long can you hold it for?
About 3 hours, maybe? I've never really pushed it to the limit, but somewhere around there.
Yeah, so if the best disguise is to be a completely different species, you could just, when no one's looking, become a cat or squirrel or something, stay like that, and then when you're gonna transform back, hide. Just keep doing that. Or is there a limit to how often you can do that?
Yeah, there's a limit there.
That's an option.
I don't really feel like being a cat for the next, 6 hours.
Just
Also,
a suggestion.
Not sure if I know what a cat looks like. I know what a cat looks like, but I'm not sure if we agree on what a cat looks like, because the last time I thought we agreed on what a spider looks like, and
Again, for that.
Yeah, they got long pointed ears, little nose, just skin, some scales on their back with tiny
Just
spines.
look like
yeah, that's
Pepperoni, I
pretty close to
suppose.
what I'm thinking. Forked tongue, forked tail.
No forked tail, but they have all their skin, right?
And sometimes
fur,
fur.
like Pips.
Can I ask, guys, what is the reason we're getting off?
Do we not?
Well, it's just in case they inspect the ship. If anyone comes on board.
Or something.
We also need to recycle the ship's air.
Like
Yeah, we can
Diaz,
recycle the ships there. That's
Diaz said, we're chill, so
But they-
if they want to talk to us, we will be receptive of that, and they might take that to account.
no, that's fine. I was just a bit curious because,
I'll happily stay on the ship and
Yeah.
avoid them. Like that's the best plan for me, considering how recognizable I probably am.
I will just turn invisible if they come see me.
That may be a problem. They probably have the technology to.
They probably know how
Detect.
many of us there are.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll go in the shower,
realistically,
turn the
if you
shower
look
on.
at us, we're recognizable as hell, but
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like if they accuse us of anything, we just start pulling the racism card. It's worked 4 times now.
I don't think there's very. It can't be very hard to spot the Owlan in the nebula, considering there's very few of them around, probably traveling.
Honestly,
moment.
everyone thinks that Old Birdford looks the same. I have experienced it 1,000 times. They can't even tell the difference between me and a Kenku half the time.
Well, they seem to struggle to be able to tell the difference between an ASMR and a tiefling in my case. Astra, I think they'll pin you for an ASMR.
I think I need foundation or something to hide the tattoos, and I might just pass for an elf. I might just tie my hair up so I look more elf-like.
You would look more like a human, probably.
No ears.
You don't have like elf ears.
But
You
you
look
have ears.
ASMR look the most similar race to ASMR would be humans. But
Okay,
things like
cool.
your wings or like maybe your eyes and like any like
Is the most similar
strange
race to
markings would be
owlin bird folk like Aarakocra or just owls?
Aarakocra would be similar because they have wings also.
Like if I just tuck my arms into my coat, I can just be a big owl.
Volgear is pretty clearly a deep dwarf. Durgar as
Okay, so what
Charles
we
is
need to
pretty clearly
do
a
to
satyr.
disguise ourselves on the next place, foundation for Volgear and Astra, a spare horn for Cyrus, pants for you, and I don't know, maybe we can paint me like a parrot.
It is worth noting that Cyrus is quite pale skinned for a tiefling. A lot of tieflings are more like, deeper blues or like, there's some tieflings are more lighter skin, but a lot more like dark reds and things like that as well. But it's probably more based on what you and Master and probably Atlas kind of felt as well. In Amalgamate space, people
Racists.
of outside of Amalgamate space aren't really common folk. So they're not, they see like, oh yeah, person with horns, that's like a tiefling, right?
Wings, that's bird folk.
Yeah. They're kind of like, see, it's literally Columbus landing on America and being like, look at all these Indians here, because they are not the same color I am. It's kind of like that.
So we just steer into our racial archetypes, I guess. Stereotypes, whichever way you want to word it.
I mean, if you can do anything to hide the horn, by all means go ahead, but beyond bonnet, I don't think it's going very far.
I mean, even if I swept all my hair from right side to left side, I don't think I would cover the horn. Cyrus will start seeing if he can cover the horn with hair.
Can cover some of it, but it's pretty apparent there's something like, pulling the hair away from your face. It's not, your hair is not thick enough to like mask that it's there.
So
So
we
at
either
a
need to
glance-
get you a spare horn or extensions. Astra, how attached are you to your hair?
Are you thinking about shaving her?
Oh, just borrowing a little. She's got a lot of hair. Doesn't hurt to cut it, right? It doesn't, right?
I suppose
Does it?
not. I don't know. Like, no.
Does it bleed?
Have you ever
No.
cut your hair before?
I don't have hair.
Not you, Astra.
Priestesses usually would if it got a bit too long. I suppose it's gotten a bit long now since.
You be talking, if
Why?
you wanted enough hair to cover Cyrus's horn, you'd need to shave at the root, probably. Like give yourself a bit of an undercut. Probably be the vibe you'd be looking at.
That's definitely gonna bleed.
And to be honest, I don't really trust a lot. I don't know if I trust any of you with scissors.
I'm very efficient with cutting tools.
You have an axe. It's not really a
It's a
precision instrument. I would argue I'm pretty trustable with scissors.
Mentioned Asher backs away.
I've used swords before.
I would argue I can be trusted. I sewed Cyrus's ear back on and it's only a little crooked.
It is.
Only a little.
It's a type of crookedness that only the artist would notice, Like Van Gogh with the Mona Lisa.
My other question is,
Not Van
there's
Gogh.
not just us lot on this ship at the moment. That's what we're
There
gonna
is
do with
no
the
way
rest
in
of the
hell we're
people.
disguising sunshine as anything but sunshine.
I'm not more worried about the sunshine. I'm more worried about the giant three-headed creature in the holding bay.
I can turn him into something else, but only for an hour.
I don't know if he'll like that.
Either.
We kind of already got the clear though. Like we're taking precautions for the sake of precautions here.
Yeah, do you recall that the transmission Days outlined that you guys are mercenaries and you kind of kept to yourself and you're the kind of that lot. And you may not even leave the ship, but she needed to dock to like clear the air in the system, and she was on, and you were helping her with some task she'd been assigned. If anyone's going to get grilled, it's probably Diaz, who's currently
Oh.
gone away.
Maybe
I'm
we
gonna go
just
squeeze the chimera into my room.
Right.
I'll just tell him to stay there, and then we'll probably be good.
Yeah, we just stay on the ship. We cycle
hunker
the air.
down. We'll not go
Hide in our
anywhere.
rooms until
Yeah, we
have
don't.
to-
We
We're
don't have to leave our
mercenaries.
rooms
We're
to
not super
cycle.
happy to be here, but we're not lawbreakers, you know?
Law-abiding.
Look, maybe we've done a
Mercenaries.
little crime, but we're not terrorists kind of level, you know?
Maybe let's just hide in our rooms until we physically have to come out.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
And, if they ask where we picked up the mushroom virus, I feel like we don't tell them.
Yep.
The
sounds
last
good to
thing
me.
we want is a whole bunch of firepower raining down on 5 elves who, as far as we can tell, aren't going to do much.
And I just. Have we ever thought about what this might do if we cycle the air into a closed spaceship?
The idea that
imagine
Serpana
that they
suggested
have-
was you have to dump your air externally into the expanse,
yeah.
and then
It
you
was-
would dock, and then you would
Straight
fill the
in.
rest of the ship, and then you would release the air from the cabin, from the bridge, separately, and then you would then open the internal doors.
I imagine that the station.
So we're not going to
has-
put spores onto the station at any point.
No,
the,
I
the
imagine
intention
the
is to
station
flush the rest of the
has-
ship first.
I imagine the station has superior life support to this ship anyway, so they might be able to deal with the toxin.
Yep. That is also true. A larger ship might be able to just filter it. You guys don't have the same level of filtration as a larger vessel would.
Well, we might as well just get down there. The longer we hover up here, the more suspicious it's going to look. We've already told
Yeah.
them we need
You're
them.
currently on a docking course, so you're not lingering.
We're just.
We're in cruise control.
Yeah, we're on one.
Somebody
First gear.
pour some coffee down Barry's throat before he messes it all up for us.
Come along, Captain Biscuit. Cyrus will start ushering him to the kitchen.
Barros will follow. He won't argue.
I make him a very strong coffee and 7 biscuits to go with it. Food and coffee. There
Carbs,
you go.
carbs,
You're fine.
carbs, carbs.
Are you making
Get
the
him a loaf
biscuits
of
yourself,
bread.
or are you putting them in the biscuit maker?
I'm putting them in the biscuit maker because
Okay.
I'm not making biscuits.
You can do that without a check then, because it's kind of like the
Paid
an
good
easy
money
big
for
oven.
that biscuit maker.
It does.
It's an easy bake oven. Ding,
yeah.
biscuit. Ding, biscuit.
It takes a bit longer than you would hope. You know, it's not like instant biscuits, but the idea is that you can put stuff in. It will heat it up, bake it, and it will keep it at a nice temperature. And then, if you're ready, the biscuit will dispense. But yeah, it does take about an hour to produce 2 biscuits,
It's a watch cookie never cooks.
literally. So
Cyrus
Barros
is
has
there
some coffee and
staring at
cookie
them.
dough.
I'll give him as many biscuits as I can using biscuit maker.
Okay. So Barros has coffee and cookie dough because it's going to take you much less than an hour to start docking at Vanguard.
Close enough.
Well, I mean-
Somebody feed that man a loaf of bread.
We don't have bread.
But yeah, you guys eventually dock. Serpana kind of basically probably announces to the ship for everyone to please make their way to the bridge just to prepare for cleansing of the air of the rest of the ship. Eventually Sunshine, Diaz, even Tewa has to squeeze in to the, at least probably into the auxiliary quarters. And then she seals off the rest of the ship. She dumps all the air into the Expanse. And then finishes undoes the airlock and lets the rest of the ship fill up. She then warns you all that there is going to be a moment where there is no atmosphere. So if any of you need to take any precautions, if anyone like to wear a suit and like that, but it is only going to be for approximately 10 seconds, 15 seconds tops.
Deep breath,
No
everyone.
atmospheres and cold shit, or
No atmosphere, as in you'll still be heated, the heat will still be there, but she's effectively opening the windows to kill anything on surfaces and things like that might still be there, and also to suck out the air in general. So you're going to depressurize it, so it will be cold
deep
briefly.
breath.
Bruno, shut up.
It'll be fine. Deep breaths, everyone.
Does anyone have a Constitution below 10? Not Constitution score. I don't think anyone should, but just in case. You are totally fine. You hold your breath. this brief exposure, there is a flash of cold hitting your body. However, such a brief kind of encounter with the Expanse isn't enough to, render you like to hurt in any way. But you do feel that like sickly, ghostial chill almost on your flesh. I would say the only person who probably does suffer from it is Cyrus. Cyrus, make me con save, please,
Chilly.
because you are vulnerable to this damage. 14?
14.
You like grit your teeth and hold strong. It doesn't have any, lasting effects on you apart from, just that.
Your nipples are so damn chilly.
Yeah, you cut fucking metal with them. You look at these as multi-tool. You're like, I don't need that with these bad boys. I can fucking cut panels open, no problem. I got him so good. But yeah, so you flush her system. She reseals and repressurizes it. The air flows again through. You're going to go. Whoa. But yeah. You repressurize the system, and the ship is stable once more. Sunshine just goes back to just chilling in the actual kind of like mess itself, and Daze goes back to her room. The Chimera, I assume, is escorted by Atlas back to her room. Yeah, so everyone is like, busy kind of restored to where they need to be. You are docked. But,
For fuck's sake.
bring her in this room. But sure, while you guys have a discuss of what you want to do, sure, I will go wrangle my dogs.
Does anybody want to leave the ship?
No.
I don't think we need to. There was a chat that I think they did say they might ask us some question.
Yeah, like Diaz. The only thing I can remember is Diaz said, they prefer to stick to themselves, but they will answer questions. They're welcome to answer questions if you have any.
I think the guide the guard on the other side said we will have to ask them some questions just about what they're doing here.
Yeah.
Which is fine. In that case, just kind of stay on the ship, wait for them to come to us, and then just answer. As long as they don't use a zone of truth, then I think we'll be fine.
You jinxed it.
Well, even in a zone of truth, remember that you can always work your way around it.
Tell the truth without telling the truth.
No. Don't tell the truth, but tell them something. Never answer a question.
Like when they ask you where did you come from, you say, well, when a mummy and a daddy love each other very much.
Here and there and everywhere else.
Where did you come from? Well, I'm from the Utopia sect. What brings you here? I wanted to get out on my own. see the galaxy.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys aren't really planning anything in particular, yeah, you dock. After some time, you do hear kind of the sound of like a little. It's not like a doorbell you have, but whenever someone connects your ship to a system, much like how your ship was connected to the Omphalos, your data is kind of uploaded, things like that, and then you hear a heel probably comes up in the actual bridge itself.
Vulgar, are you getting it?
I can get, but I need to think of a name off the top of my head quick. If you want me to get it.
Oh no, you gave a name, didn't you?
Vincent.
You gave him a name, Vincent. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it noted down. I've got Vincent, but I've never got a second name.
Vincent, you're just known as Vincent. Vinny.
The Vincent. Just
Yep. Are you answering it then, Vulgar?
Sure.
You open it up. There's a little moment of like a long, like was it the person who ran the line didn't know you'd accepted the call for a moment, and then you hear, hello there. This ship, the Chimera, cutter class human vessel. Just a few routine checks. If you could present a representative of our crew or some such, and also if you could send out Lieutenant Hopspring as well, please. We have some questions for her as well about her recent events.
I can relay the message. When would you like that? Now or?
That would be ideal. Shouldn't take long on our end, and then we're happy to release you. We have placed your ship temporarily just under a locking procedure, just for security purposes, just until we can make sure that Lieutenant Hopspring isn't under any duress, things of that nature. Standard protocol. Obviously, we don't recognize your ship's tag. We know, you're not with us, so we just need to make sure that our people are looked after.
Of course. I will relay the message. Come right up.
Offspring might be under some slight duress.
Yep, and yeah, the termination ends. Serpana goes like,
go.
It seems like the individual in question is currently alone.
I will. Which is first? Is it our favorite bunny friend, or is it Beros? Who would I come across first?
She's up in her room, so Beros thinks in the kitchen with Cyrus. So if you come out into me in space, you probably see that Cyrus and Beros are there.
I'll pop my head in. Is he good to go, Cyrus, or is he not presentable?
Listen, I'm always good to go. Especially under the guise of
What's
Captain
your name?
Biscuit.
Can I do
he's not
some kind of
presentable.
No. My name is Barry Lightfoot.
Right. Okay then.
Maybe another con
I
save
believe
with
you were
advantage,
Barry
Beros.
Light Shoe.
If not, I am. It is very light shoe. If not, I'm going to dunk your head in the cold water in the basin.
Constitution with advantage.
Yeah, they just want to meet a representative and our favorite bunny friend.
Probably shouldn't drive, but you're present. It's kind of like when you're at a night out and something bad happens and you're kind of forced to sober up quickly. Like it's kind of like adrenaline's maybe kicked in a little bit. Your body's like pushing through. Yeah, it's not very much like I'm about to sneak out of my mom and dad's house like after night drinking. I shouldn't be drinking kind of thing like that. Like I'm gonna put my best act on. But it's a bit more serious than that. It's not quite as your heart's pounding in your chest. Like you're like in like a fight, not fight or flight, but you're that kind of there,
Sure can always cast Lesser Restoration to get rid of the remaining poison in you.
100%.
So you good for it then?
I think he's all right.
I'm good for it. Just
looks at Cyrus.
Cyrus
looking
gives
for
you
a confirmation.
Cyrus gives you
Maybe I'll stay nearby then.
Asher comes walking down, Lesser Restoration and Guidance.
Sure.
Oh yeah, cure poison.
Yep. You
stop
immediately
real
clear
quick.
up. No hangover, Beros. This is great.
You do realize now that he's done that, he's gonna want you to do that every single time he's got a hangover.
Astra!
I've never not think why I've never done that myself. Right.
Yeah. Beros, so you can.
Beros, there's a guy meeting at the back of the hangar. I'll go get our bunny friend. Get to meet her down there.
right. Am I still wearing pants? I'm still
Yes.
wearing pants.
Where
Yes,
are
no
the
pants.
pants?
While he's getting his pants sorted, I'll go off and find our bunny friend.
Yep. You go upstairs. You notice that the door to Daze's room is locked.
Knock. Just
Who is it?
it's Volgir.
Make me a persuasion check, Volgir. I'll give you advantage because you were kind to Daze before. Got time for you.
Dice. Oh, I'm glad for that advantage. That was a natural 2. That's better. That's
A
Taking a drink.
16.
Sorry, your mic cut out and then you went to take a drink. You're like, that's a...
No, I did say it. It just obviously my mic.
The mic just didn't pick up. So 16? Yeah, you hear the door unlock. And as it unlocks, it kind of opens itself. You see Daze has gotten into bed. You can't see Daze. It looks like she is currently face down with her maybe butt in the air under the covers and her pillow on top of her head, or where her head should be. Only based on the fact you see her paw retreating out from where her hollow strip is in her bedside table, where she just like knocked the button to unlock the door as the paw slinks back in. And you hear kind of muffled from the under the pillows, "What do you want?"
I feel like it's a bad time to disturb you, and I would leave if I could, but there is someone from the station who has requested to see you to verify your not under duress.
Oh, goody. Great. Sure. Yeah, hang on.
Asked to meet you and a representative, so Barros is on his way down there.
Oh, he's going right now. Oh. Okay, you have to help me then. And
he said right now.
She like shuffles out from under her covers. She's still like fully clothed. Her like mascara has ran a bit, and she's like, "You need to help me clean up." Like, come on. She gives you some little damp wipes, and she's like, "Okay, cyclical motion. I'll do one side, you do the other. Ow, not so hard." And she's like going through. And yeah, you spend a little bit of time, get her cleaned up.
This is very different to the mines. So a lot more delicate. I don't like this.
Yeah, I mean, I really should know. Your hands are so rough. My goodness, that's awful. I feel terrible for you. Like got sandpaper on your fingertips.
He looks down at his hands. Just normal?
No,
Just
no, not normal. Look, feel my hand. And she offers like a paw. She's got like fluffy, soft, like bunny feet.
How do you do any work with those hands?
I do as little as I
Too
can.
soft.
But, I'm also, more delicate, and I don't. I'm also. Have you heard of moisturizer?
Did you know rabbits don't have paw pads? They just have more fluff underneath.
Yeah. Okay. It's like a cream you put on your skin and keeps it, supple and moist and stops it from drying out and getting all callous like yours are.
But doesn't that mean if I go back to work that they're just going to they're going to hurt again?
Yeah, probably. But, beauty's pain, baby. Okay, I gotta go. Do whatever.
I'll come down with you. I'm keeping an eye on Barros.
Fair enough.
Ever so slightly.
Probably needed. Yeah. Hang on. And then she goes back to her desk where the final little sifter whiskey is that she stole back from the drinking game. She polishes it off, and then she heads to the door. Let's go.
Okay then.
Oh god, they're gonna think we got her drunk or that we drugged her or something.
She heads downstairs, meets up with Barros.
She's walking straight, isn't she?
Make me a just general insight check.
No. Insight. Yeah, I'm alright inside. 15.
15. She doesn't have any performance bonus. That's a nat 1. No, Diaz is walking anything but straight right now. Diaz is walking... Did you just say because she's gay? Yeah, Diaz is walking anything but straight right now.
I'll stop her and go, Days. Are you
Yeah.
sure you're in the most presentable attire and that they're not going to think that we've drugged you or something?
I'll be fine, okay? Look. I've not been here since I was, training, Mm.
I'm imagining
sure it'll
that
be some
included
routine
a lot
questions.
of drinking. So they probably are used to you drinking?
Yeah, it's kind of like college,
Mm-hmm. Fine. But just don't get screwed up, please.
Look. You don't gotta worry about me. I gotta worry about you a little bit, I think.
Why?
I don't know.
What? Are you seeing two of me? You're pointing to the side of me.
Yeah, it started off I didn't know what I'd look at, and now I think there's maybe two of you.
I can fix that, but you might not like the solution.
That's the solution.
Volga has lesser as well. But she won't like the result.
Ow, ow.
Sober.
And all the emotion. That would be like this most sudden rude awakening because you're like you want to ignore the night and then suddenly everything comes rushing back.
I'm drinking to forget. Why did you clear up my head?
I can give you 3 bottles of something to make up for it, but
Does anyone remember the station in which was blown up by...
Nexus. I think.
Nexus.
The Rabbit's Foot was the capital ship that was destroyed outside it.
Yeah, we'll see. Nexus station. Cool.
Excuse me, sorry.
It's like a dog right now. It's okay. Bastard bit me. Okay.
Alright, Juno slipped out of her coat and she was not happy to have it put back on again.
Yeah, it's like a 2-person operation to get that back on. Okay.
Every time you try to slip it over her head, she just opens her mouth as wide as it will go so you can't fit it on.
What a bitch. Okay. Yeah, so Days, after you cast restoration on her, she...
I'll give her the option first before I cast it. I'll say, I can fix...
yeah, okay. Go on. Actually, wait.
Like it.
She looks around. Let's do it in the cargo hold. I don't want to do it here in front of everybody.
Okay.
Should we give fake names to Barros in case they ask about his crew?
No, but Barros being Barros, he can come up with names on the fly, I'm sure.
Ooh,
Suddenly
I want to be
Anthony's now going
Diggory.
name generator.
You'll be what?
Diggory. I want to be Diggory.
I think the only 2 people who've
Diggory.
got names are me and Barros. Currently.
Why
So yeah.
Diggory?
I just think it's a fun name.
Is that a common Owlin name?
I don't know that many Owlin.
Birdfolk? Okay.
You wrestling a dog again, Harry?
Yep.
Out comes the attack.
Don't duct tape her.
Gonna duck that mug shut. Fight me now.
Do you not have a muzzle?
I actually do have a muzzle. The dog chewed a hole in it.
Oh, wow.
She's got a big bite.
Hang on, let me just Yo, this is not connected anymore.
Jimmy said she didn't do it while it was on her.
I was about to say...
The thing that I hate.
The thing that stops me biting. You know what I'll do to this.
Nothing a little bit of duct tape can't solve, eh?
The dog's currently duct taped to the wall.
4 foot off the ground. Yes, apologies about the interruptions. Yes, so
No,
Days will
I
take.
thank
She'll
you.
go down the cargo bay. She'll take the lesser restoration. Whenever she takes it, she like has a moment of like clarity, kind of wash over her, and she like grabs you by the lapels, like almost Vulgar, and she goes like, "I want nothing more than to die. Oh my god, why? Why?
Every time I drink.
Why? Why?"
I don't know what happened, but I can tell you're not happy with what happened. Not going to ask. But I do have this, and he just pulls out a bottle of like wine out of his bag.
No,
You
I'm.
can have that
You know what?
later if you want.
Yep, yeah, that's a good plan. I like the sound of that. And you see, like, her ears go pinker, like, you know, the little bits where you can see, like, go a little bit more red and flush. She is horrendously embarrassed. She, like, zips her jumpsuit all the way up and, like, pulls her collar as tight up as it in any way to, like, hide herself. And she's like, okay, Beros, you're not going by Beros. What's the...
It is Barry Lightshoe.
Cool.
And I'm Vincent.
And
No,
Vincent.
no. I've in my time I've discovered names for all of you, all of my crew. So,
Oh God!
Did we not give
I wanted to
Vincent
be
at some point?
Diggory.
Vincent is fine.
It could be like
was
his
my
middle name.
best-
Maybe he goes by Vincent as like a middle name.
There we go.
Oh, well then your name is Desmond.
That's fine
Just
with me.
Desmond.
Let me get the 10 out.
Desmond, it's like that could be his last name.
Yeah.
Vincent Desmond.
Vincent.
2 first names. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's like,
My
it's
dad
just
has
a fuck
3
with it.
first names, so you know, it's all good.
So I will go through the list. So Atlas is Fiona Flighty, you know, cause she bird.
Sounds like a bird name.
We have Cyrus. I thought we'd give him a fancy name, so I called him Isn't Bad Montague. Vulgar is Desmond. Astra is Lucy Hunter, because she kind of has a weird name, so I thought I'd give her a plain name.
It suggests that she like
Orange.
hunts Lucy's.
Well,
I feel like
at
my
least
name
I'm
is
trying to keep up with
racist.
Anthony
I
at the
don't.
moment.
it is a little bit racist, but I think it deserved last night.
What was my surname? This is Ryan.
Montague, I think.
Montague.
I get a
but
cool
then-
name. I want to be a
then-
Montague.
Are you in the holes right now?
Isambard. Isambard?
Sunshine is Winter. Winter Fanclaw. Oh, and Tewa is Marshmallow.
Stay Puff.
Puffed.
Something that could never hurt us.
What was Astra?
Lucy Hunter.
Lucy Hunter.
Lucy Hunter.
No, that was it.
She's gonna
She really
hunt
hates
all
dogs.
those Lucy.
Dog the Bounty Hunter's like daughter, Lucy Hunter.
I was trying to keep up with you, and that's the only one I missed. So I was like,
Good going. But yeah, do you open the cargo bay doors?
Oh, just before they'll be like, Days, let's, because they're going to ask us probably separately.
Yeah.
The backstory. So we are a mercenary group called the Rattlesnakes. We were traveling to get supplies at the Nexus, where we picked you up, and you promised us work on this weird mission for your dad.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say the mission my dad set us on. He's sending us to Pugna for some kind of like, you know, like pickup job, and then I'll get more details when I got there. That's all I'm gonna give, and it keeps it vague enough that, like, you know, we can, in case something like that is actually being fucking floated around, it's pretty vague that we can fulfill it.
Okay.
Simple
I will
collection
leave
job,
you
and the
guys-
idea is bring it back to him.
cool. I will leave you guys to it and be at the back of the loading bay if you need me.
Yeah, sounds good.
See you later, Vincent.
Yeah. You open the doors. As you open the doors, you see standing on the like loading bay, like where you kind of docked. There is this 7-foot-tall hippo man. He wears amalgamate finery, pressed uniform in navy and gold, big like red sash across his body, big golden shoulder pads with little like tufts kind of all coming down them, lots of medals all the way across. And you see, as soon as Diaz sees him, she stiffens up, Beryl, your passive perception, and she does a salute. And you see he like looks at her sternly with his big hippo eyes, and then he laughs quite loudly. He's like, "Ha ha ha! I think I should be the one saluting you, Lieutenant. I do believe you outrank me now." He gives a little like playful salute back to her. She like laughs. Is like, "Yeah, of course, Joel Sargent. It's good to see you again. Yeah, old habits die hard. Indeed. Well, you know, I train my people the best. And that is so they remember everything I fucking tell them till they die. Isn't that right, Daze? Yep, you've got that right, Drill Sergeant. This is Captain Barry. He runs this mercenary group who picked me up. We're kind of doing. They're basically enlisted by myself. My dad tasked me a job. We're having to go to Pugna, and you can see Barros. Daze is struggling so much with this life. Like this one individual in particular is clearly very difficult for Daze to try to like dance around. Very good. Don't worry. We can get into all that later. Daze, don't worry. Mr. Captain Barry, apologies. If you mind walking with myself and the lieutenant here, we just need to go through some basic testing. Shouldn't take too long.
Well, of course not. I will happily join you.
He turns around and you see on his back he has 2 crossed muskets. But looks like they have been custom built. They have lever arch loading like mechanisms instead of the standard like fed muzzle. And based on this man's stature and size, it looks like he probably wields them akimbo.
Pretty fucking cool though.
Dude's got style.
He kind of like leads along, like hands crossed behind his back as he walks, very like, you know, not even like a traditional military man's pose, but just someone of like, you know, a bit more of like station and rank. And he holds himself quite highly, even despite Daze currently outranking him. And she almost, without even realizing it, is walking in a more submissive kind of like stance, following a step behind him, things like that. This individual, Daze clearly knows this individual, and there's definitely a connection here. He leads you down the dock of the Vanguard here itself. Down below you, you see that there is a large open space kind of in the bottom of the actual docking bay itself, and you see there is these like it's kind of like an airsoft, like a paintball kind of like arena, like lots of like short like bits of cover, big pillars, like winding corridors, things like that. And like it's almost like a training ground, like a little training ground that can be set up, probably can be changed and adjusted. Yeah, it's very much think like even not quite a firing range. It's not like it's more like to be used for live training as opposed to like like static targets and things like that down below. And as you're kind of like looking down, like taking it all in around you, and you see there must be at least 60 ships in this one like docking bay that you're in as well. And this is only one of several on the Vanguard. The Vanguard's big. It's like a big, long, sprawling, like multiple tiered system from a central kind of like column that kind of branches out, and you're only on one of the wings. You know, you're not even in the main area itself. But Drill Sergeant Zay leads you down the like ramp here, kind of to the main area itself, just as you hear a klaxon sound, and then you hear the unmistakable sounds, Barros, of blasters firing. Sounds like, I mean, unless they've got some like custom attachment, sounds like it's live fire being done down there below you, and you see like maybe like a ricochet like fires off, and, like impacts like a shield like net that kind of catches it from going too far. But yeah, it's definitely like, you know, a training program being run like right now, like in the moment. They lead you into what would be like considered like one of these command and control centers of the actual station itself. He sets you up in a like just like a little holding cell, basically. It's a very basic room. The door cannot be locked. Would you like any items of refreshment? I'm afraid we don't stock much finery, but I can get you water, food, coffee.
Do you have biscuits?
We have some, yes, indeed. I'll get you some brought down.
That would be most kind.
Sure, of course. He leaves. The door is locked behind him as he takes Daze away. You are brought a little tray by a Thrycreen private rank. Clearly a maybe someone training here. They've got a little like, and the thing is, they don't wear like actual military uniforms. They have like the little like pointed cap, like the front. Like it's very much like a training grounds. These are not like people who've seen combat. These are people training for what they like, are inspired for that. And he has like a little like little metal serving tray with 2 handles on either side. He brings out. He puts it in the table. He uses a little pot of hot water. There is a little metal kind of like almost like camping cup. There is a little selection of tea leaves and some instant coffee. Probably tea bags and instant coffee. And then as you requested biscuits, there is these quite recognizable yellow foil kind of like MRE style biscuit rations, and it just says biscuit brown on it.
Biscuit brown, my favorite.
And you see that these biscuits have a remarkable long shelf life of at least 3 years. And yeah, you open the foil packet and you're kind of greeted by it's basically like a wheat bran kind of like biscuit. Just a very very plain, dry, no real sugar, a little bit of sugar, but nothing like overly sweet to them. But if you dunked them in any of the liquid or drink, it probably helps them go down a bit easier. Make me a con save, Veros, as you eat the biscuit brown.
That's fun. 18.
18? Sure. You think if someone had a slightly less strong constitution, basically they would potentially bung you up for a while if you had too many of them. You think they would definitely have a bit of a constipation kind of like quality to them. You're initially being given military rations on a military station. They think the food quality here isn't the best, and the living quality probably isn't much better either. 15 minutes pass. You drink tea or coffee or whatever you'd like to have, or just simply the water, and eventually Zay comes and joins you. He has a big mug, like whereas yours is this little small camping mug. He's got like a proper big like metal almost like tankard full of a steaming beverage, and he drags over like a little metal chair from the corner that looks a bit too small for him and sits down opposite you. Well then, Captain Barry, could I just please take a little bit of information for yourself, just to ensure that everything is up to scratch here?
Of course you can.
The lieutenant doesn't seem to be under any duress. When we took her aside, she's perfectly happy and willing to return to the Chimera. However, I would like to know how you procured this vessel. When did you purchase her?
This vessel was we bought it from a gentleman by the name of Greasy Phil.
Greasy Phil.
Some weeks ago. It's relatively new. Our old ship was destroyed, unfortunately, beyond repair, and we were in the search for a new one. So we were traveling, and Greasy Phil had this one. So
where did you meet this Greasy Phil? If you don't mind me asking.
One of the stations. Was it the Nexus station we visited on? Can't even remember which station it was. Wasn't the Nexus station.
It may have been the Nova Arcane station? Sentinel
Meanwhile,
station?
back on the ship. Anyone got any sevens?
Yeah.
Go fish.
I think it was the
station
Sentinel station.
The Sentinel station. He said he bought it from a guy called Regular Phil. Apparently they had a bit of a feud, and he sold him the ship But Greasy Phil was a little bit confused why he sold it for such a cheap price. But to be fair, I was looking for a new ship for my crew, and we didn't have that many chits, so we negotiated a deal.
Make me a deception check, please, Beros.
Greasy Phil is about to get some unwanted attention.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Oh,
But also regular Phil, so you know.
yeah.
You probably just blame regular Phil.
They'll just blame each other, won't
Well.
they?
Captain Barry, we're gonna call you Barry.
Well, that is fine.
You may call me Zay. You're a civilian. You do not need to address me by my title, or my rank. We have reason to believe, based on our preliminary scans, that the ship you've acquired is probably stolen. Because we don't have any record of the Chimera being in any of our banks. A quick scan for missing vessels that it could match up to. The most recent one that went missing, if it doesn't line up with your timeline, would have been the Steel Horizon, which is a human cutter class like yours, similar make and model, similar year of production. It went missing. Last was seen at the Omphalos, probably about five or so days ago, based on the reports. But you're saying you've had this ship for a few weeks. If you wouldn't mind, what have you been up to in the last few weeks from Sentinel Station to now, and how did you meet Lieutenant Days in that time?
So we'd just finished up a contract, dropping off some supplies. When we were looking to resupply and get some fuel, so we headed to the Nexus station, where we came across Lieutenant Days, and she promised us work. We met at one of the bars there, and she was looking for a mercenary group to help her get there. Apparently her mission is top secret or something, but we don't ask questions as long as the coin comes through.
Make me a final deception check, Barros. I'll give you advantage because you're not 20 before. Your lie is kind of carrying through.
19.
You see, he reaches down, presses a few buttons with his hollow strap, and it's only then when you clock a little red light in the corner of the room, and like kind of like as it turns off. It was always on, so you didn't really notice it, but now it just and you like it catches your eyes. It changes, and you see a little camera that is now seemingly stopped recording or something has changed, and you see Drill Sergeant Zay leans very close to you. You are a much better conversationalist and weaver of words than the lieutenant. But I do believe that she believes in you. Don't make me regret this. She means
I
a lot
wouldn't
to me.
dream of it. I wouldn't dream of it.
They would, in fact, make him regret this.
I've taken note of your ship's identification number, the physical one, not the one you have on your logs. I'm going to write a report, submit it to the Amalgamate Space, recognizing the Chimera as a licensed vessel under you. Would you like that to be under the name you have given me?
Yes.
Very well.
He's Barry for life now.
Just waiting.
Only in the legal channels.
Yeah.
I'm also going to be, as part of this arrangement, outfitting your ship with a fighter class asset which Lieutenant Days knows how to use. That is primarily so that if she needs to get away from whatever it is you are doing, she has that option. But I believe having her actually competent at your side would be more useful than having her trapped in whatever system you have her locked in at the moment. Fair?
That is fair.
Good. He leans back, presses a button on his hollow strap. Yes, quick summary of what we've gone through. The supply contract, purchasing from Greasy Phil. I reached out to some contacts in Sentinel Station. All seems to check out. Looks like it was probably a ship that was pawned off, maybe abandoned. I'm recognizing the registration as Chimera officially on these documents here. I'm sending you to your holostrap now, and he sent you a variety of documentation. This should, if anyone does flag any of the same before, to save you the inconvenience, obviously you are clearly not at fault here at all. And it is not about outdoing someone who was wrongdoed unknowingly of the possession that they have bought. The ship is yours to keep under that license, which is registered to the Chimera. If you do wish to change it, we can organize that before you go, but at least this documentation will help alleviate any of those matters beforehand, and I've changed that fully over to your name as well, so it is all logged. If anyone has any issues, the documentation provided should provide contacts to myself or my superiors as well, who can help resolve any immediate issues of identification and the history of the vessel itself.
That is greatly appreciated.
On request of Lieutenant Hopspring, I'm also providing her additional vessel, which will be brought to your ship and loaded into the cargo bay. It should fit fine in the cargo bay, I believe. It may take up some space, but she believes it's important to the mission that she was in contact with from anyway. Whenever you are parting ways with her, she will take it with you. This will be temporary part of your just overall job. Any longer ins and outs I'm sure you can discuss with her, but I believe it is necessary for what her father has tasked her to do. Any questions from your part?
That should be fine. We do already have a vessel in there, but I'm sure we can find a way to make it fit.
Indeed. Well, the vessel in question, if you give us some time, we could affix it to the ship's exterior instead of putting it in the physical hold itself. It probably would affix quite snugly on the top of the vessel, but it would need some alterations. I could have the engineering team deal with that if you'd like.
And how long would that take? A few days?
Probably not quite as long as that. I would say we could have it done in about 6 hours or so.
Then I think that's fine.
Certainly. Then I'll dispatch an engineering team immediately to the ship to get that attached on. You may wish to send word back if able, just to the crew remaining on board. Don't believe that the ship is being attacked or anything of that nature. I can always hold off a little bit until you do touch base, but I have an engineering team on standby for you.
Give us the time to get back and speak to them in person. Just sometimes communication can be misinterpreted.
Indeed. Well, I'll have them reach out to you via the ship's docking platform terminal whenever they are ready to begin. They'll get the actual connection established and also then attach the ship itself for you.
That is fine. I will head back. Will Lieutenant Hop Springs be joining us back on the ship, or does she have some reminiscing to do?
She is her own woman. She's free to do whatever she wishes. You can. I think she said she was going to head back first, so you're always welcome to chat to her whenever you're back there and see. But like I say, you've at least it'll take them at least 4 to 6 hours, I would say, for the engineers to get that job finished.
Very well. It has been a pleasure, and I appreciate all of your help. I'm sure it will make our mission that slightly more easy.
Kind of gives you like a little small like a little nod or a smile, and he gives you like a little look up and down one more time, really taking you in, and then he just goes, "Stronger together." And you'd recognize that's the Amalgamate's motto. That's the it's not necessarily even like a military term. It's kind of like it's the for democracy of the Amalgamate. Stronger together, and that's the whole multiple races all working as one.
Stronger together.
Stands up, shakes your hand, and yeah, he goes, "Would you like me to lead you back to the Chimera? Do you believe you can find your own way?"
I should be able to find my own way. Just kind of sure.
Of course. If you get lost, if you put a hail on the holostrap of yours to frequency 444, someone should be able to help you if you are misplaced. And that would just be tuning your holostrap to open. Oh, but that would be essentially just tuning to an open channel. Like that would be.
Yeah. And I'll get up. I'll grab whatever remaining biscuits left in the packet.
Yep. Don't eat too many all at once. You will regret it.
My body is a temple, and biscuits are its rock.
They certainly will be if you eat all those in one sitting.
And I will make my way back to the ship.
Okay, you head back to the ship. Before Beros arrives, you all on board the ship would hear the doors open, probably after about 20 minutes of them leaving. And Volgear, if you're still down in the hold, you would see Dia's steps aboard.
I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing you've come back on your own.
They're gonna talk to him separately, just to make sure I assume our stories match up and that I'm not, lying and he's not lying, and just to make sure that it all, checks out. But it should be fine. Based on what we talked about before, they were pretty light on me, to be honest. I'm glad that it was they. If it was someone else, it might be more difficult. But yeah, he's a much of a tough nut. He's got a bit of a soft spot for me.
Oh. Well, I'm glad it seemingly went well so for the minute. I guess we won't know fully until Beros gets back.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what he says when he gets here. And yeah, unless anyone has anything that's particular to is, eventually, after about another 20 minutes or so, Beros will then arrive. I'm gonna let Sylvia.
I'll just say to her before she disappears there. Yeah, just let us know when you want the that bottle that I promised you as a redemption.
She looks at you like, where's Astra right now?
I'm not quite sure. Last I saw her, she was in the kitchen,
okay,
sorting Beros out before you left. So either med bay, maybe, because that's been cleaned out now.
Maybe she's gone upstairs. I'm just gonna take the vents, because that way there's no chance. And she just goes over to the panel, pulls a few multi-tools out, and she just starts undoing the screws on the panel.
Okay then. Right.
I'll close everything inside, don't worry, and then she shovels inside, and you see
Beros will look through, bend down, look through the thing and go,
The
still
real
don't know
reason
what's going on.
The
but
real reason she
it must be
requested
that bad.
an additional ship was just so she didn't have to see Astra ever again.
Yeah, it can just stay in the ship.
yep, whatever you say. I'm gonna go to my room, bye. And you hear tung 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 of someone climbing a little metal ladder kind of echoing through the corridor. And then eventually Beros returns.
Okay. Yeah. So, you're back.
I am.
That's a good thing.
Oh, completely fine. Nothing to worry about. He completely fell for all of my tales. It's the attention to detail, You start waffling about, Fiona, the Fiona, and Winter, and Marshmallow, and Desmond, and Isambard.
Volga will just look at Cyrus and go, I thought it was you don't go into detail with lies.
Yeah, that's what Astra said, or Atlas said. You don't answer any questions.
Not. So how have you managed to...
Well, that's the obvious. If you're vague, then they're going to think you're lying. So if you give them way too many details, they're always going to believe you. You just bamboozle them with so much information.
So what did he say then?
They can't blind you with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit, I suppose.
So basically, all is good. They're actually going to register the Chimera to Barry Lightshoe, so that because it basically came up as missing, or they don't have any information on it. So it's going to actually be registered, so we don't get any questions anymore. And they're going to attach a fighter class mini ship to the top of the ship for days. Apparently, it was her request.
So they were just
Should
so they were nice enough just to put the ship in your name. No questions asked.
Yeah. Under Barry Lightshoe.
Just turn to Cyrus and go. Either he's the best blagger I've ever seen,
Or
I don't know. I don't want to think about the alternative.
The mini
Because the
ship could be
alternative could
tracking
lead
us.
to loads of soldiers running down that dock right now.
you think they're gonna track us with the mini ship?
I'm just saying that you could put a tracker in a mini ship. You can put a tracker in almost anything.
They could put a
Ships
tracker
or
on this
food
ship.
or people.
I mean, to be honest, we're going where they said we would be going. So, if anything, it works to our favor that we are doing exactly as we said we would. And then, apparently, we're to return the ship when days is done. So,
And I suppose we got off more than scot-free.
if it's a trap, it's a pretty shitty one.
Well,
Okay then.
it is the amalgamate.
So
Shitty
so
prisons,
when are they?
shitty traps.
And so when are they delivering this new ship? And what are we doing with that thing? I point to the shuttle.
Oh no, they're welding it or attaching it to the external of the ship.
It's
she said they're
incredibly heartwarming to hear Volkir say that thing and not be referring to Tawa.
That's because Taylor's not in there. That's the only reason Volga's in the hangar. I feel like this is
Volgear disappeared.
this is the first time Volga's done a stock take on the hangar in like weeks.
There's a lot of chimera fur in there.
Mm-hmm. 10 ton of chimera fur. And scales.
Verbal.
Do you think chimeras shed the scaly bits of them like lizards do? Lizards eat their sheds.
Maybe the dragon does the same.
And the other two are just there like, gross, man.
So we're just hanging around waiting for this then?
They did say it's going to be around 4 to 6 hours. Nothing
Well,
to.
Pretty sure the ship needs to recharge anyway, so we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, at that, I'm going to go back and I'll finish my stock take. I'm going to go read
I'm gonna go
this
destroy another
blasted,
batch
very
of
heavy
batteries.
book.
Figure out potion set again.
I'm gonna read my book. Engineering for Dummies.
Okay.
Volga just
What's
looks
the
at it and
roll I
goes,
have to
wish
make
I
to
could
try
have a
and
book
make a
that light.
fucking wine again?
It is a, I believe it's just like an intelligence check, or like using like your brewer's tools, or
Supplies work. Check with them.
But yeah, so you like all kind of spread out. I mean, yeah, is anyone doing anything in particular they would like to touch on, or are you just gonna wait on board?
I think we're just chilling on board, letting the amalgamate do their thing.
Yep. After about 30 minutes, there's a hail. Busy in the terminal again, and it's the engineering crew busy requesting to begin working on the exterior of the ship. There'll be some noise and things like that, and it should take no more than about 6 hours. And they will get started. They do all the work externally apart from whenever they need to basically add the connecting bay, in which case they need to cut into the hull, but they can do that last, and then they just need to weld the new like hatch basically in place. So whenever the ship is attached, it opens up, and then it can also be controlled by your bridge, and then also to allow it to automatically seal when the ship attaches as well, just to stop any loss of pressure, things like that. There's no airlock. It is like a it's almost like an escape pod, kind of like it cuts itself off and then can be jettisoned. But it is a single crew vessel. It has a like set of like arcing turrets on either side of the wings. It's the best way to describe it is it's kind of like an X-wing, but it doesn't have the traditional X-wings. It just has like a standard like 2-wing setup, but the wings kind of fall downward
Is
on
it
that
like an A-wing?
Similar to an A-wing, yeah. But it's not. It's a bit like the wings actually are like more similar to the X-wing where they're long, but it's the way the wings kind of fall away, it kind of falls away at that angle, but they jettison out, and that kind of lies flush with the Chimera's. It's similar to how the Chimera's kind of styled in a way, so it doesn't like ruin the ship's like composition or even aerodynamics in atmosphere if you were ever at risk that.
No.
But yeah, while this is all going on, the Serpana would alert probably Volgear and maybe Beros that she thinks Diaz has left the ship after about maybe an hour for the original meeting. And whenever she's like, you're like, well, we didn't see her for the cafeteria. Volgear, you're like,
I'll have a wander. I'll stop reading and go have a wander to the hangar bay. Check said vent.
Yeah, you see that it's been replaced, and this time the screws are on the side that would suggest Diaz sealed it from this side as opposed to from the interior.
I'll pull out a little notepad, write a little note on it, and push it through the vent.
Cool.
And then I'll just go back to reading.
All right.
I'll go see Beros, make sure. Don't think we need to follow her, do we, Beros?
No, to be fair, it seemed that her and the drill sergeant were buddy, so she's probably just reminiscing. If she wanted to betray us, then she
could have done it already. Yeah. She got off that ship.
I probably wouldn't have come back from that meeting room.
No, I don't. Yeah, I did. I can't say I didn't get a bit worried. She did say you were due to follow, and that he was questioning you second. So, but oh well. I'm gonna go read.
I trust her.
Yeah.
No one goes after Diaz. An hour passes.
No.
Another. Third hour from when Diaz leaves.
On the third hour, I'm starting to get a little nervous.
Yeah.
Maybe she just needs some air. Get off the ship for a bit.
Space station.
Reminisce.
How much air is there?
Well, I mean, how many years did she train here for? Maybe she's got a lot of catching up to do. Maybe she ran into an old friend.
Maybe she just doesn't want to be on the same ship as me.
Oh, you are a horrible, horrible person.
Did I miss something last night?
Yeah, and be
Like-
thankful you
Astra
did.
looks a little sad at
Like,
that.
It's
Right,
not
okay
your
then.
fault, Astra. Sometimes people just don't feel the same
So,
way. It happens.
you're saying I probably should be worried that she's not come back by now?
No, it's fine.
Atlas
I think
is
it's fine.
going to poke her head out of the ship and see if anyone's kind of nearby.
Okay, make a perception check.
Owl I see. Fuckton, you got
25.
big old eyes.
Atlas, you look around. There's no one in the loading bay. You're kind of like looking at levels above, looking like levels below, looking at the walls with big like glass, like all looking out of this like big dock within the expanse. And then you look down to the live fire arena below you, and you see Daze pretty quickly. She is on a central platform in the middle. You see she has 2 blasters in her hand, even from this distance. You're about maybe like 400 or 500 feet up. At her feet, there is what looks to be a discarded, some kind of what you can only describe as blaster machine gun.
Vibes.
And you see there are genuinely like fallen people around her. Like, as in, you would count probably 20 or so.
Like dead ones, or just
from
like
this distance,
down?
25. They look like they're unconscious.
Okay.
But they're definitely fallen. If you go less than 25, you would have maybe been unsure. But yeah, you can see that they'll breathe, things like that. You see that she has taken some battle damage as well. Like, she's a bit like rough around the edges and things like that. And there's maybe 5 individuals left. And you see that big what Barros would have seen was like this big protective net that stopped any blaster shots going wide. It looks like it is like beginning. You can just see it's beginning to slowly shrink and shrink and shrink. It's pushing people towards the middle of the zone.
It's PUBG.
This is basically in a battle royale.
Atlas
She's
will
working through some
radio
things.
to Volgir and be like, I got eyes on Daze. She's fine. She's just working through something. Atlas will continue to watch, but not so much out of concern for Daze. It's just, I want to see these guys get their asses kicked.
Sure. You see Daze pops up from the cover. That's like this, and these are like young recruits. They're not like battle hardened at all.
One's crying.
One's like running right at the edge of the zone, and you see he's about to fall out of it. He's like looking back, like panic, and as he looks back, Dia stands up and just like shoots him with her blaster. It hits him in the chest. He flies back. It looks like he gets electrocuted maybe as he passes through, and he just like has a fit and then just stops moving. But as Diaz does that, you see an individual climbs up behind Diaz. They are this like very lithe looking elven figure. They've got this big like sniper rifle, big scope on top, and they just point at Diaz's back, and
Oh, they got her.
Atlas doesn't yell or anything like that, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna kill her.
It's more if you did anything to react, then maybe Diaz would have a chance. But yeah, Diaz doesn't see her coming, and gets hit in the back. And you watch as Diaz very similar, like has like this full like electrical, like as if all of her armor began to electrocute her, and then she falls to the ground, not moving. And then it's like blacks out.
That looks like fun.
No, don't.
No.
We're trying to not draw attention to ourselves. If you jump in there with a dragon, they're gonna notice.
Just leave the dragon behind. Just give me my bow and arrow.
After another 15 minutes or so, Atlas, if you keep watching, you eventually...
absolutely.
Yeah,
This is like TV.
The individual who took Diaz out actually goes on to win the round. You see that there's like a little intense battle between them and the last other person. However, the zones get so small and small and small, the other person gets trapped like underneath the thing and just can't reach them, and just eventually just like loses just from like not being in the proximity of the space.
I will applaud as it ends.
You applaud. It like echoes down the corridor. The shield drops. You hear clacks and then all the blasters, things like that, and even that machine gun that Daze was using before, they all like they had this like glowing texture to them. They all just look mundane and inert. They all just like die. Eventually, they begin. The people can pick themselves up. You see, like the young cadet who Diaz shot, like in the chest, like picks himself, like like the look of like. And even when Diaz picks herself, she like rubs her back. Like, oh fuck yeah! And like it looks like they've been injured, like to some level. She turns around, like looks at the individual, like gives like a little like, kind of nod of respect, and begins chatting at him.
This is way better than reading that book.
Right.
Should we? I'm just gonna sit down on the edge of the thing, like watch.
Alice will offer
Having
you one of
sat
the
down
leftover
ages ago.
berries that she didn't end up brewing.
takes the berry.
Atlas with a 25. The way Diaz talks to this person, it's like she knows them. And yeah, eventually they all trickle out through the doors below, and you kind of lose sight of them all.
Guess the show's over.
Ooh. Bring back the kid who was crying.
Oh, Jesus. Back to me borrowing your book.
You all just return back to the ship.
Yeah, I'll just go sit in the hangar.
But the 5th hour, Diaz returns. For those who didn't see Diaz, she's a bit worse for wear, but she's clearly had a short rest in between the instant battle. But you've clearly seen some combat. Her, like, flight suit's got a few scorch marks across it and things like that. And she doesn't take the vent this time. She just comes up into the main ship itself and is like, Bulgir, is that wine still going? Or
Yeah.
I will
Pulls
take the
it
glass,
out.
please. She takes a little sip of it. Like, it's pretty good. She like sits down like sunshine.
I will pour myself a glass and offer it to anyone else that wants some.
You see Cyrus like look up from his book and he's just like, like someone who's looked like they've been reading all day. That's how he looks. So he just like takes the glass like.
Struggling with the big words.
Struggling with the small ones.
Struggling in general. Thank you.
You want to help?
Yeah, sure. I don't understand this equation. What does this mean?
Oh, you will never ever need to know that. That is. I remember learning that. I don't even remember what it does. Like, I've never needed to know what that is.
Why put it in the book?
I don't
It's
know.
meant to be for like engineering 101. If you don't need to know it, why put it there?
I think it's more just like, it's like a just in case kind of. It's probably something goes wrong, but like I've never had anything like that happen to me. That's about like how your mana coil power ratios are taken over time. It's like a reduced, because obviously if you keep drawing at a constant rate, it'll burn out faster. You have to draw it in like half measures or something.
Stop it,
He said
Days.
a
You're
lot of
hurting
words
his
that I
brain.
don't- He said a lot of words that I don't think I've got to yet, and he'll flick through a few pages and be like, mana coils.
You know what mana coils are.
Do we get to the stage where we're seeing Cyrus appear with smoke out the ears?
That's an anger, isn't it? Not confusion.
No, I feel like the brain's just boom, gone on fire.
Actually, when Cyrus is taking damage on his brain, icicles appear out of his ears instead.
Yeah,
Through his nose.
Yeah.
brain freeze.
Literally, his brain just freezes up and stops working.
Just gets a cold. That's when he is thinking too hard.
Would Cyrus
sneezing.
take damage from eating a slush puppy?
Too fast? Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but Days will
Like,
help
hey,
you,
Cyrus,
like...
you want to go
know,
get
a little
ice
bit
cream?
recent, but she's not.
No.
And Cyrus, in proximity to Days, what's your passive perception?
14.
14. Even as soon as you just had a couple like sips of the wine, you can smell like alcohol off her.
Has she been drinking all day? I don't ask that. Just observe.
But I will ask her. So, who is it who shot you in the back there?
Old friend.
Interesting way of having an old friend.
Yeah, it's like not really. It's like a training exercise. But anyone can enter it. Any rank, doesn't matter who you are, and it's good to remind the recruits that
What's some minor injury giving amongst friends, eh, Cyrus?
And it's nice, give the recruits a wake-up call as well. Not everyone you go out to see in the battlefield is going to be, little fucking pussies who've not seen anything in their life. It's nice to remind them that sometimes you lose, and even if you do the best you can do, sometimes it's just not fucking good enough. And that's what I had today, I let my guard down. Yeah, you could get a picture of me saying that. Big thumbs up, big amalgamate logo across the front of it. Oh, my dad would love that.
I'd hang it up. That came out weird.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even hear it.
Well, I'm gonna go check on the Heartbreaker.
I would say it gets. Cyrus will turn to Daisy and be like, "I would say it gets better with time, but I don't want to lie to you."
Yeah, it's fine. I'll get over it. If I just don't have to
Volga's
see
just
Astra
looking
for the
between-
next year, I might be okay.
Probably would be easier if you weren't on the same ship as her.
Yeah.
You just see Volga's eyes just track and then stop and then do that moment of realization of just
And Atlas will
And then-
go check up
and
on the
then they'll look-
Heartbreaker.
This is why you shouldn't pussy out and go to bed early, Volgear.
Hey, I didn't go to bed. I went to the cockpit.
Yeah, because that's much better.
I was responsible.
Boring.
You always need a responsible flyer. He's right.
Still boring though.
You know, designated
That's
flyer is
it, I'm
important.
cutting you off. Takes the one, goes to take the one, and then just.
You do that, I'll get the captain on you.
I'll just
What
throw
am
a
I-
biscuit in the other room and he'll still disappear.
Eros,
resent that
your
statement.
biscuits are ready that Cyrus put on for you, by the way.
He blew out his mic.
Runs out of the room to the cockpit for the biscuit.
Hey,
What were you saying about the captain?
If anybody needs me, I will be in the cockpit for at least the next 4 hours.
Only like 2 biscuits in there.
It's an experience.
And the ship should be ready to go in an hour.
Just tiny bites. Enjoying every morsel.
So yeah, Atlas will go seek out Astra wherever she may be. I am the Lord of the Dance, said he.
Safe again?
Everyone's safe now.
Yeah, everyone's safe. Yeah,
Well,
it's just all the
safe
breathing
from
apparatus.
mushrooms. Is anywhere ever safe when we're there?
Is everywhere safe now while she's cleaning like a beaker?
Yeah, like she feel like she probably like deep cleaned the med bay again and then just like working on her potions, trying to get the herbalism.
Atlas will lean in the doorway and be like, "You're meant to be crushing it, not muddling it. You're not making a cocktail."
It's a cocktail.
Sometimes you say things that hurt me. But not as much as hurt some people on this ship, eh, Heartbreaker?
I don't mean to. Sorry to see Ryan's face.
You're so innocent it hurts.
I'm just teasing anyway. I mean, you know, I can't relate at all. I will literally throw myself at anyone who shows me basic kindness, but I respect it.
I just don't feel that way towards anyone, really, so. I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with me.
There's nothing
Maybe I'm
wrong
just
with
me.
you, Astra.
I'm
Wow.
too nice, apparently.
Not with that, anyway. The fact you've hung around here for so long suggests that there's probably something wrong with you, but
I think I'm just stuck here at this point, but, and I have to look after you, so there's a little bit of caretaker duty.
oh, don't say it like that. You mean like everyone, though, not just me, right? Oh, don't give me
Well,
that
yeah.
face. I don't need anyone looking after me, trust me. I don't need a babysitter.
Well, you
I've
got-
had one my whole life. A couple of
Well,
them.
you got Barrows of the Hangovers, you got Cyrus with just cold damage, you can't let him near in a cold room. And then you have how about chasing after bombs, Volgear?
I haven't chased a
Okay,
bomb
okay.
for like 3 weeks at most, so.
I'm proud of you.
And Volgear's pretty responsible. I mean, he wanders
Volgear's okay.
occasionally, but I think you could leave if you wanted to. I don't want you to, but we'd probably survive for at least a few hours, maybe 2-3 days.
I like you. I like you all. You're family, not family at this stage. Including squabbles.
I think you have a very basic idea of what family feels like, but considering that you're on a mommy and daddy issues the ship, I won't blame you. Not me, obviously, but between Barros and Cyrus, you could write a goddamn book on that. You, probably. No offense.
You need to have something to write a book about, so...
Astra,
Yeah.
the absence of a mother is mommy issues. You can't claim you don't have mommy issues because you don't have a mom. That's what they are.
I feel like Cyrus suffers more than me, though.
Well, Cyrus likes suffering.
Yeah.
That's why he keeps coming back to talk to me, despite
I'm
literally
glad
getting
you said
stabbed.
I was going to, but I felt like that was too harsh for me.
Could
I
be
think
a
it's
little
your
more
bad
harsh.
influence.
Yeah, I don't.
Is this okay?
Well, she took out about 25 to 30 new recruits, and about 4 of them cried. But that seemed to help a lot, so I think she's mostly just embarrassed. It's not easy getting let down as gently as you try to do it. Not that I know anything about letting people down.
Face her again. I don't want to hurt her again. So me just stay in the moon bubble will help. If anyone needs healing, I'm here. If anyone needs sternly talk to, I'm also here.
I just like the idea that if someone needs sterling talk to, you gotta pick them up, march them to the door, knock on the door and go, and you just come to the door. Are you here for
Astra.
a healing or a stern talking to?
Usually
Like-
both.
That's out of line. Go to Astra's. No, go. Don't make me send you.
It's like
Go
getting
to-
sent to the principal's office.
You-
Like,
you
go
come
to
out of a fight-
Astra's.
You come out of a fight where you've made some questionable attacks, and they go to Astra's, and you're like, what for?
Cyrus, you're being kind of a dick. Med Bay. I don't want to go to Med Bay. Med Bay.
You know, it's
Does she need healing after the shitties, or is she okay?
she seems fine. A little drunk maybe, but she's good.
No. Okay. Are you okay?
Me?
Yeah, and we're potentially finding your parents, hopefully. Everything.
If we don't find them, then you can ask me again. But right now I'm just kind of focusing on getting them.
Okay. The sooner we leave, the sooner we can get them.
I just hope they'll come with.
Don't really have a choice.
Didn't really seem fond on the prison break idea. So I would have solved a lot if I could have just grabbed them there, and I don't think I'm physically big enough to grab them. But my mom's kind of bigger than me. I'm also not
Being
sure if
able
they're
to-
currently considering me family, so that's a little disturbing, but I just, I don't know.
Well, at least we can confirm their safety. Even if we put them on another ship, get them somewhere else safe. Give you that peace of mind.
I just can't lose another family member because I did something stupid.
Really lose them, I suppose.
Funny, isn't it? Right now I've like literally lost them. Like I don't know where they are.
Well, fine. I have faith. I'll get them. Even if they're angry at all of us, we'll get them.
I don't really have a reason to be angry at you guys.
She did slap Theros pretty hard,
Well,
and she scares me a little. Mind you, everything scares me a little, so that's not saying much.
Yeah, you're even scared of spiders.
That spider was terrifying.
It's just a bug. Well, arachnid, but
Bugs are meant to be the size of your thumb, not the size of your head.
I don't think I can name a single kind of bug the size of my thumb. Oh, there's this kind of parasitic wasp that crawls in your ear. So that must be pretty small, right? Or you must
go
have
to
pretty
school?
large ears, I guess.
Like, I mean, do we have to? Can I stay on the ship if we go?
It's not dangerous up in the Sky Cities. Sky Cities, still cities. I'm acting like it's some beautiful elvish creation. They're not. But they're pretty safe. Well, I mean, the Croak has quite a lot of, like, pickpockets and stuff, but, like, compared to everything else we've been doing, they're pretty safe. Down on the
For
surface is
dangerous.
I've only been down on the surface once, but my family have been down there a bunch of times and they've always been fine. My time didn't exactly go well. That's why I am now. And she like gestures to the mask. But you know, that was my fault. And my ex lived down there and he was totally fine, so.
Hopefully we'll get to an outboat and you'll see where I'm from. Although I'm pretty sure Cyrus doesn't want to go anywhere near Killam with it. Just anywhere near.
I'm imagining you're from lots of big temples on cliff sides.
Pretty much.
Big waves.
Peaceful. Yeah, I miss it.
I feel like maybe the animals of school don't paint it as a great place, and I'm definitely not the best example of it, but above the smog it has its own beauty. The skies are beautiful. They're gold. Because you're above everything, you can always see the stars.
I'm sure it's beautiful up there.
My father says the moon's too close now, but
Is that bad or concerning?
no, it's because he grew up on the surface, so
Oh, okay. I thought the moon was actually moving. That
now
makes
you're
more sense.
right above it, so everything looks different to when he was little.
Mm.
But we were hatched up there, so all the same to us. And once you're down on the surface, you can't see the sky at all, so nothing really to compare. But it's not like we'd be going there to sightsee anyway. We just gotta drop my folks off and hopefully find a bleeding heart gnome to give us some false identities.
Find better disguises for us, even in the meantime.
I don't
How do
really
you feel
know
about
how to
dyeing your
disguise
feathers?
myself at this point. Like,
Can you dye your feathers? Is that a no-no?
I mean, the people do, but only lighter feathers. I guess I'd have to bleach them, and I don't know what that would do with my flight.
What if you dyed it all black and then you try to make yourself look like a kangaroo, I suppose?
Kenku don't have wings.
Wow.
They got taken off them.
Some sort of raven? I don't know.
Maybe.
Or something. I'm afraid the bleach might not work with your mask. Maybe it'll affect with the fumes and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. At least it's less mushroomy in here now.
Yes, I might be afraid of mushrooms now. Add that to the list.
You are really cutting down on what I'm allowed to cook for dinner.
Mm-hmm. Just no squid or calamari and no mushroom.
And no rabbits.
No. Not whilst Diaz is here.
At that point, you hear a knock on the door. It's Mepe.
And
House, not mine.
Sunshine, is it the door? It's like,
If you lick anything, don't.
I am not here to lick anything unless something needs cleaned.
it's all cleaned.
Then I'm not here to lick anything. Sorry, if you're in the middle of doctory thing, I'll leave. Patient,
chit-chat.
doctor, confidentiality and all. Oh, that's cool. Could
Are you
we?
okay?
Yeah, I can wait. It's fine.
Why is it a secret?
Yes.
Is it about what I saw that time?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is it about the bunny?
Okay.
Yes. No, it's supposed to be secret. Why are you talking to me?
Well, now I basically know it anyway, so you might as well keep going.
Make a persuasion check. To the himbo.
Do I get advantage for confusing him?
He's not quite confused yet.
9.
9. No, this needs to be like a 1-to-1 kind of thing. Sorry.
So you interrupted our one-to-one thing?
Well, that's why I said I'd come back later.
Also, if it's about days, surely it's a one-to-one-to-one, right?
That's a 3. That's too many numbers. Or is it a 7? When you add 1 to 1, and you carry the 1, and you minus the 4.
Exactly. So if you add an additional 1, it's going to become a prime number, and then that's fine.
I think now I need to forget what I know. No, I'm sorry. I'll come
Broken.
back later. It's fine. You guys are clearly doing something. Sunshine just like steps back and closes the door. Just
So, Vulgar, I'm dying to know. What did you go to prison for?
Killed a man.
Fucking muted. Volgir will take the wine bottle, pour himself a glass, look at it, down the glass, pour another one.
Was it drunken violence?
No. I can't say it was much my fault either.
Oh, were you framed?
No.
Falsely accused?
It was my fault and it wasn't.
Dude, can't you just give a straight answer? Like, I
No.
went to prison because of this.
It was public indecency, okay?
I attacked someone.
Was it the guy that was, with your
Yeah.
wife? I mean, that's
He
justifiable.
was good
cause.
friends. He was good friends with the sheriff.
Oh, friends in high places.
Yeah. Eventually, they realized they couldn't hold me there for a while, so let me go.
Is that why you had to get off planet, or?
Oh no, I just decided to get as far away from that planet as soon as possible.
Fair.
If I don't see that bloody mine that they made me work in while I was in prison ever again, be one happy dwarf.
Yeah, not so much on holding people in Abaddon. You basically just get lashes. You serve your punishment through pain, and then you just get sent back. They heal you up afterwards so that you're fighting fit, but they don't really have the time to hold people long term. If you're of use, they'll just beat it out of you and then send you back.
Yeah. It would have been an easier option if I had that option, but no, I just got a long time of thinking and being left with my thoughts. And then working.
Will you ever go back?
I don't think I have much to go back for at the moment, really.
No lands or
All my lands
idols
are
or
gone. The wife took them.
that's rough, buddy.
Yeah, I think
My
the only reason I'd
girlfriend
ever go
turned
back
into
is to
the
see my
moon.
sister.
Yes, George got the reference.
Mm.
He has a
But
sister.
besides that, only Cyrus and Feros. No. But yeah.
That's all I wanted to do for like whenever Atlas and Astra are having their conversation. That's our conversation.
Volgir will have pulled the second bottle of wine out of his bag now and start
Cyrus-
drinking that one as
Atlas
well.
will
We'll join
eventually
you in-
enter conversation with Astra, go back to her room, and just immediately be like, "Oh, how good is your hearing? How good is your hearing?
Good. What?
I need you to eavesdrop on a conversation.
Okay.
I'm more site-based and I want the sick gossip.
Okay. What conversation?
Whatever Sunshine and Astra are talking about next.
Okay. I'll try.
But don't tell them that I want you to eavesdrop.
Just goes knocks on us. I'm here to eavesdrop.
I'm
on
here
this."
to eavesdrop. No.
Sunshine comes
That-
into the
that is a
bedbay,
Sunshine
and
move.
Tewa's
That's not a
just
Tewa move.
sitting- Sewa's just
Yeah.
sitting in the corner.
Where do I need to go?
You hear them from here?
Right now?
Well, no, like, could you hear me and Astra speaking in the med bay when you were in here?
No.
Maybe the hallway? You're not very stealthy. Or maybe underneath? What's underneath the med bay? The kitchen?
I could bite a hole in the floor and find out.
I don't think.
Melt a hole in
anyone
the
would
floor.
like
The fire might be better.
No. Remember, we said
We
no
just
fire.
sat there, molting lava just drops on our head.
Fine. Yeah, probably the kitchen.
Well, just, I mean, it's not super vital. It's not like, end of the world level stuff, but I just, want to know, honestly.
The only stuff I hear for the walls are that loud noise from Daze's room sometimes.
Music?
I don't know, a long going noise. Loud. But it's quiet through the walls.
Probably music. Or Days is up to something, I don't know.
I don't tend to hear voices through walls.
As long as you're not hearing voices at all.
I'm hearing your voice and my voice. Like, they're all speaking at the same time. They kind of like look at each other as they say that.
Is that weird? Like when all three of you speak and you can like hear. I guess you're used to it.
No. We can't hear our own voice.
Oh.
It kind of just sounds like we're all speaking together. We could try it with you.
What speak of the
We
same?
speak at the same time.
I can
I
hear,
can hear
Tewa.
myself, Tewa.
Please,
See,
don't do
don't.
it. I will give you half.
I'll give you
rations
half.
if you keep going.
I lost that. What was that? I got confused.
I will give you half rations if you keep repeating.
I will stop repeating that. I thought that's what you wanted. Is that not what you wanted?
I can hear myself when I talk. I
Oh.
assumed you could also hear yourself talk.
Like, I can't. But have you ever had like that? Whenever we're all talking at the same time, do you ever not hear yourself because the other ones are louder than you?
I only ever have one of me talking at the same time.
But if we were talking at the same time, you maybe wouldn't hear yourself as much.
I suppose. Also, if I had two of me either side of me talking at the exact same time, maybe I wouldn't notice.
Exactly. Kind of get used to it, I guess. Sure, but I'll go listen. Or try.
Cool. Because my next step is turn into a rat in the vents, and I'm scared that Cyrus will see me and smash me with a hammer.
I will smash him.
If he smashes me with a hammer or just in general?
If he smashes you with a hammer, I'll smash him back.
Okay. Thanks. I appreciate that. What are friends for?
Smashing people.
What did Cyrus do to everybody to get them talking behind his back and willing to smash him if he smashes people?
Hey, I've been willing to smash Cyrus since day one.
Astra, you hear a knock at your
Wow.
door.
Come in, sunshine.
Hey, how's it going? I'll just close this. Shh. Might I take a seat, like a lie down?
Okay, we're not psychiatrists, but sure.
I mean, I'll just sit if
I
you'd
don't
rather.
think my father hugged me enough.
Whatever makes you comfortable, sunshine, whenever you prefer.
That's fine.
Meanwhile,
What do
in
you-
the kitchen, when Tewa comes downstairs, hey buddy, what you doing?
It's like stretching up towards the ceiling. Like,
I
The
think I hear a
second-
rat in the vents. I'm just listening to see if I can hear it.
The second Tewa enters the thing, Volgear is out the other door with the wine.
Volgear left the oven on.
Daze is like, whoa, what the fuck?
I will be in the cockpit if anyone wants more wine.
Sure, I'm down for drinking and driving. Let's go. Daze.
You just said we need a designated driver. and
I never
Cyrus
said it
will
needs to be
also
me.
Cyrus will
Atlas
also go
will
into the cockpit.
absolutely attempt to eavesdrop out the door.
Okay. Make me a stealth check, Atlas, then, if you're trying to be stealthy at the door.
This is where she leans against the button to open it. It's like, oh,
This is where the doors of the Medbay are like translucent, so you just see an oil outline.
What's your
at
passive
the door.
perception, Astra?
Oh, passive or just
Passive.
normal? Or passive 17.
17?
ha!
You don't know anything? Atlas, make me an active perception check. See how much you can glean through these doors. These are like airlock tight doors, you're trying to listen. They're not like super permeable.
19.
19? You get, I'm gonna say,
I'm hoping between me and the Chimera, we might be able to piece it together, you know?
you get about like a good 2/3 of this. So I'll let you kind of like, just use your own discretion to pick it out because it'll all be heard anyway. Sunshine like sits on the bed. It's like, what did you mean by what you saw earlier? What are you talking about?
So you and Days leaving from the same room together one time. From her room.
Oh, you mean like back? Yeah, that's because we were talking.
Okay.
If that's why you and this would be so funny. If that's why the you and Days thing didn't work out. I don't like.
Lion is gay.
This is gonna be really weird, but you know the way like how boys and girls kind of have like different bits, and they're used for like whatever.
Yeah.
That lion is trans?
I'm like a guy, I'm like a guy, strong guy, really fight all thing, kill all things, that whole kind of thing. My tribe, my dad, he doesn't like guys, because we might like take his women. So I'm like, I don't have those bits, Does that make sense?
That lion is a eunuch.
I think so.
So I don't really have
I
those.
follow.
I don't have those like drives that like people have. Like some people
I can't
talk about
believe
this like
Barry
urge.
Stole my character and then stole my character's dick.
I don't have that. That's not really a thing I have. I'd like to, but like I don't really know what it is, But I think I'd like to more. I'd like jealousy. That's not why I'm here. I don't know why I'm telling you that. But just in case I'm in a fight, I guess, and you think, oh god, like a horrible thing. It's been like that for a while. Like since I was young, like since I started to
Okay.
like mature. So don't worry about me.
Okay.
But no, me and Days that time we were just talking.
Okay.
I-
I didn't.
Yeah, I don't think
I
that she
don't-
even like was interested. I think Days like picked me up as like maybe I don't know. She talks to me kind of like how I used to talk to my friends, like like we're buddies, you know. It's hard for me to like pick up if someone's putting something down, because I just don't think I have the, like, I don't know, chemistry or whatever, like, makes up the you know.
It's okay. Sometimes
You get it. You don't have balls either, right? You understand.
I understand, but I also don't have those urges either. I'm pretty.
Oh, that's fair. I can relate. But yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I mean, if anyone asks, like, you know, you and me, when we fight, we got balls. You know, we don't need balls to have balls. You know what I mean?
Atlas's takeaway from hearing 2/3 of this conversation: the Astra's got balls.
Look, I feel like we've gotten distracted, but I'm glad we could have this talk.
broke Ryan.
Look,
Yeah.
Days, she sent me this, she wanted to read it to you, but she wanted me to read it to you instead, I think, because she said it'd be less awkward. So I'm just gonna read it. I'm gonna try not to, like, comment on it. I'm just gonna read it line by line. See, pressing build this hollow strap. So this is where Dave starts. I was gonna say this myself, but you make me feel all mushy and embarrassed. Sorry about Sunshine. He can't read big words. Hey, I can read big words. And then Days continues. I'm sorry about last night, or whatever it was. You just remind me of someone I used to fly with. Someone who always strives to do the right thing, even if that meant helping those I thought didn't deserve it. You're the only one in this ship. Hey, again, what the fuck? It says this that I see good in. This is bullshit. Oh, no, hang on. It goes on. Besides the Leonin, and then it says you're beautiful. There's a comma there. I don't know if that's directed that I'm beautiful or you're beautiful. I'm gonna say it's that I'm beautiful, and then it goes on, and I mean that in the most platonic way that I can manage. It's probably about me. You know, good friends.
Of course.
You're genuinely too good. Yeah, well, you know, I am. There's a lot of scribbled out bits here. It kind of just rounds off. You know where to find me. Always glad to see you, Daisy X. Who's Daisy? What does X stand for? Is that like a
Daisy X?
Daisy X? Who's that? Who's Daisy X?
Daisy is Days.
No, Days is Days. And then who's X?
Okay.
If Days is Days, who's X, you know? Who else is writing this letter? I have a lot of questions.
For a kiss.
Oh. Really? How is that a kiss?
Yeah.
It looks more like a butthole.
I don't know.
Especially a cat
but
butthole.
Just sometimes people sign off letters with that.
Oh. Then I guess it's Days Kiss. Do you want... It's something like leans towards you, like I'm...
No, you're
Oh,
okay.
thank God. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think that's all of it. But anyway, back to our balls thing. Yeah.
We're both brave where it counts.
Yeah. In here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alice has already left for that bit. She knows what she knows.
Yeah. Good talk. And he, like, pats you on the shoulder. If you need to talk to me, apparently I'm a great listener. Mainly because I don't know...
Thank you, Sunshine.
I kind of forget what we talk about, and then I can't tell other people. Yeah,
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, probably not. Not gonna need to know anyway. I'm gonna go play some more cards. Do you wanna come play Go Fish?
Sure. I'm fed up with potions now at the minute.
You're making potions? That's cool.
Yeah, but people keep dying, and I don't have enough magic energy sometimes, so I need backups.
Oh, well, if I can help, let me know. Happy to help whenever I can.
Okay.
Sunshine will head back downstairs if you
Sunshine.
follow, and then he'll start playing Go Fish with you. Would anyone else like to?
Yeah.
You see Volgear, Diz, and Cyrus sitting in the cockpit drinking wine while the Chimera is listening to the ceiling.
Yeah. The Chimera is still like
Holds her head, just
like
waves.
standing up, like
Hi, Toa. Where's...
ah.
Hello.
Hello.
And we
Where's
were
Atlas?
listening for rats.
There's rats. We just got rid of mushrooms.
What he said. Yeah, horrible rat infestation in the walls.
Asher probably believes him, starts looking about. We just dealt with mushrooms, and now it's rats. Any more pests we need to control?
Yeah, well, like, looks confused. It's okay.
Alice has just stood on the stairwell like,
Oh, never mind. All the rats just died. Oh no, maybe one's still alive. It's upstairs. I'm gonna go kill it. And Tewa starts heading towards the stairs.
Asher probably clocks Atlas, and that was like, okay. So there's no. Okay. Sunshine, just deal me a hand.
Sure. I can't remember the rules, so I'll just start throwing you some cards and we'll see what happens.
I like the concept that nobody ever explained the rules of Go Fish to Atlas and she doesn't know them, so she just copies what everyone else is saying, but does not understand what she is working towards at all.
Yep.
She
You ever play Snap?
Have you got any fours? Go fish! But she's got like 3 fours.
Yeah. You ever play Snap? If I put one down, it's the same, and you have to yell Snap, and then you take the bad. Whoever gets all the cards wins. And you're playing a playing card, so no one ever. It just keeps like. I mean, don't you probably twig, but if you don't say anything, Sunshine's like, wow, normally get a pair by now. This is weird. Yeah, Beros. I think got unless the guys in the cabin and the bridge want to do anything or chat about anything. Or
I feel like Volga, as soon as he sees Terwal, he'll be like, we can move back if people want to, or should we just stay here?
I'm kind of comfy now.
if you guys want to stay, I'm happy to stay. I don't mind.
Cyrus is just like leaned up in the navigator's chair, just drinking his wine.
My chair.
I'm comfy now.
I don't mind.
I'm surprised you're not taking the biscuits. Stealing the biscuit chair while you have a chance.
I'm not a big biscuity person.
A little bit of Beros dies inside.
I'm surprised Beros isn't just like, get off my ship.
I mean, I enjoy biscuits, but, you know, it's not really a commodity that's seen in Abaddon. I mean, we have biscuits, but they're kind of more like scones, I think you call them. But they're like, they're dry.
Abaddon's America, gross.
Yeah, of course it is. It's hell.
It's you know.
I think you call. I don't know what you mean.
No, the
Is your
biscuit,
gravy
but they're
white?
not. But they're
And
not
lumpy.
biscuits. They're kind of thick and they're kind of like bread texture, but like greeny bread.
Cake.
No,
But
it's
they
different
made
from
cake.
cake. It's not fluffy. It's dry.
How about they make pancake?
No.
Okay.
Do you mean crepes? The big long flat bread can be sweet sometimes.
God,
Lots
it is
of crap.
America.
I'm trying to make it as horrible as possible, and this is all I can come up with.
Sorry, America.
Sorry, America.
Insulting all the American viewers.
They deserve.
Different kind of racism, not joking.
Move tables, come on, everyone. Harry, switch us all around.
As we finish at the bottle of Volga, right? I stayed on the bridge last night. I'm going to go back and get some sleep.
Now, I mean, I can sit watch. I don't know how to fly, but
I think at that point Barros will come in and be like, no, don't worry, it's my shift anyway.
Ship will be ready to go in about 6 hours, I think. No, sorry, it'd be ready to go in like I think because you have to charge back up again for traveling. So yeah, by 6 hours total. But by this point, I'll say that the work on your ship has been completed. So you have this new fighter attached to it, which anyone can use, not just these, but these were the only actually trained to use it. But it effectively serves like an extra vessel that is attached to your ship.
Volgir will say before he goes to bed, Dave, you are showing me around that little ship. I'm intrigued now.
It's
At
very
some point.
small, but sure, I can yell at you from behind. Or if you want, I can, like, you know, you can sit on my lap.
Well, I'm not the lightest.
That's fine. I'm not going to sit on your lap, no offense.
No.
But he
I
looks
don't
so much
undertake
like
him.
Santa Claus.
I'm worried, like, you know,
Very
you might, like,
short.
sandpaper my butt flat or something, you know? Those
What?
calloused everything of yours. He's like all sandpaper, this guy. Have you felt his hands? Feel his hands.
No, I haven't felt. Why
Feel his
would he-
hands.
Why did you feel his hands?
Because he, like, showed me that they were so, like, callous and awful. Feel how awful his hands are.
Cyrus will take your hand, but you'll notice that his hand is
Yeah, they're
also
just as bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Feels normal.
Yep, that's
to
a
me.
hand.
This is why men are disgusting.
Just as a Volgir just looks at Cyrus, it looks down at Hanko. You're a hard worker as well, then, I see.
No, you just don't know what moisturizer is. Jesus Christ. Who's that?
What moisture?
I'm really sad Atlas isn't here because it's just like horrifying bird talent.
Moisturizing and skincare aren't exactly top priorities where I'm from.
Well, maybe they should
No.
be.
Yeah, and they
I-
don't exactly give you.
I doubt it would make it a better place.
And they don't exactly give you the nicest things in prison.
Yeah.
How long
okay.
were you in prison for?
Some years. I
Okay,
lost count after 2.
If you get some actual sandpaper, I bet we can take those calluses off you. So, you know, start you fresh.
that sounds like an awful lot of work just for some smooth hands.
You got a Dremel?
Yeah.
We would probably need like a Dremel or something to get it off, like, Volgir.
Looks at his hands going, that's a lot of effort.
How
I
soft.
mean,
they-
if you want a project, then sure. But otherwise, I really can't be bothered.
Maybe. We'll talk about it later. But, like, I mean, if you want to get a woman with hands like that, oh,
I don't know, some women prefer a rough touch.
yeah, but not like that. Not like sandpaper. Not like. I feel like
Not
you heard.
that rough.
I feel like someone said that to you, and you were like, "Beep boop, calculation complete," and spread out a square. You know, like.
I was trying to make a joke.
Oh, sometimes it's genuinely hard with you because you only have one tone. You are so monotonous.
Savage.
Oh,
Sorry.
See, I don't know if you're joking or not because you only sound the same. Like, it's not a dig. It's just how you are, you know.
Then thanks, I guess.
You're welcome. Maybe. Again, it's hard to know. We need to give you like a little like sign of what like emotion you're portraying.
do we need to hang a whiteboard that you can write on?
Yeah, that would be helpful.
I'm leaving. Cyrus
Bye,
just gets up and
Cyrus.
walks away.
I would like a whiteboard,
thought-
Volkir, so I can record how many wins I get against people. That'd be good.
Just use the wall.
Sure.
No, don't use the wall.
As Cyrus walks into the main room, Atlas is just there like, okay, but you weren't actually listening for rats, remember?
But there is a rat upstairs.
Oh, there isn't a rat
There's
upstairs.
upstairs.
There's a rat in the
actually a
vents.
rat upstairs.
Yes.
There's
Oh,
not
for
a
fuck's
rat in
sake.
the vent. There's not a rat.
I'm going to go kill it.
You won't fit in the vents, Tewa, as much as I approve your enthusiasm.
You know what fits in the vents?
Rats.
Fire.
Fire.
No.
What,
They're
what
on
if
the ship.
I
We
check
agree-
the vents?
we-
I'm little.
But what if the rat kills you?
I can fight a rat.
But you are only little.
I am bigger than a rat. Just.
So rats are normal sized on your planet. There's no monstrous rib cage exposed rats on Squaw. You're taking a very long time to answer. There are rats with their rib cages exposed on squad.
Not all of them.
I thought my planet was fucked up.
Look, my planet was a paradise until gnomes happened.
I remember.
I'm gonna go check the vent. I've got very sidetracked from my original mission here, but I'm gonna go check the vents, I guess.
Cyrus, come help us here. We're trying to play Snap, but none of these cards match.
What? Cyrus will join the table.
Look, I mean, I've got a King of Hearts, she's got a King of Diamonds. They're both red, they both have a K, but that's not a match, because that's a diamond, and that's a heart. You know, that's not a match, so you can't snap that.
You can't snap that.
But they're not the same.
They're both kings.
What? No. Normally you snap like the bananas or like the pears, you know? Like the bananas and pears, they're a snap. Because they're bananas and pears. You know, like a banana and a banana, snap. Pear, snap.
What
apple,
kind of
apple,
cards
snap.
have you been using in the past? Like,
But they're all
a
fruit.
a 2 is a 2.
Yeah, the ones before I used didn't have numbers on. These are confusing.
Oh, okay. So, if you get like 2 A's, regardless of color or suit, it's a snap.
But what if I get 2 reds? Is that a snap?
No.
And what if I
only
get
numbers.
2 with the same, like, symbol? Is that a snap?
Symbols, yes. Colors and suits and...
So 2 hearts, snap.
No.
But the hearts are symbols.
No, not symbols, just numbers. Okay, the symbols are suits. That's what you call them, suits. But they're still symbols. Okay, not symbols.
Atlas
just
returns,
numbers.
grabs Cyrus's multi-tool off his belt, and heads off again.
Yeah. It takes some time to explain Sunshine the ins and outs of Snap.
No, it'll be fine. I'm sure. It's Atlas. Will it be fine? I'm sure it'll be fine. No, so it's just the numbers.
Okay. The numbers, yes. And then the letters mean nothing. Because they're not numbers.
No, so the numbers and the letters count as numbers.
Whoa. Oh. Oh, this is like algebra all over again.
No, it's much simpler. So the numbers...
You're gonna make him throw up.
The numbers go from 2 to 10.
Yeah.
And then instead of 11...
Why is there no 1?
Because... Okay, so... 1 is technically the A.
Okay. So B is 2.
No, it goes A, 2, all the way up to 10. Then you got J, Q, K. And then it loops back around to A.
You see sometimes with counting the thing, it's like, but J is the 10th letter of the alphabet. How is that 11? And K is 11, right? Because it goes J, K. Q is like bigger than both of them. This game makes no sense. I prefer the pears and bananas.
I never realized that J was the 10th letter of the alphabet. That is mind blown.
If Volgear walks past at any point, he will just stand in the doorway listening to this go backwards or forwards, and at one point he'll just go, right, I've got a solution. Walk over to the table, take out the jacks, take out the queens, take out the kings, take out the kings, and goes,
just
there
numbers.
You got 2 through 10.
Yeah.
Sorted. You've just got numbers.
Yep. This is so much better. Why did we not do this in the first place? We had to confuse it with the letters.
Me learning basic algebra.
Yeah. Anyone else doing anything in the meanwhile?
I'm crawling around in the vents looking for a rat that I made up.
There's no rat. You spend an hour crawling around. The engineers all finish up on your ship. It's all good to go. If you would like to leave Vanguard at this point, you are cleared to leave. You are fully refueled as well. They do not charge you for the refueling because you are on amalgamate tasking based on Daze's lie.
Do we want to pick up any supplies before we ship out?
No, because the more we do, the more people see us.
Also,
Fair enough.
it's a military dock. They're not going to really have supplies to sell to civilians.
Atlas emerges
don't-
from the vents.
Yeah, the best you
dusty
might get
and
is like
ratless.
the best you might get is like trading like stuff for military supplies, like from ranked members.
Nope, it's just a thought.
I mean,
Our
like
food
maybe
is
weapons and
already-
things.
You're about to say you could go do some gambling for some. I'm sure you could get some.
that is true. We could always trade the mini shuttle for
Or we
some
could just
weapons.
leave because we're, kind of trying to save someone's family.
We're on schedule.
We're on schedule, and we weren't this eager to get off the last place, were we?
Some of us
Fine.
were.
Fine, we'll go. We'll go float in space for 3 hours.
Wonderful.
And yeah, I'll start the initiation to leave.
Yep, you initiate to leave. You're granted your exit. You fly back out into the actual Vanguard system itself. You see Primus below. It's like a huge planet just used for training operations. It's like you see explosions in the surface even from all the way up here. It looks a bit of a mess down there. You just fly away into a deep area of the Expanse where you're not gonna be bothered, hopefully, and just power down and just wait for your ship to fully recharge, be ready to go. In that time, Sunshine continues to be somewhat confused at how a 2 and a 5 are just the same, but one's upside down, and other things, and that why is the 8 okay? Because the 8 upside down is still an 8, and he doesn't seem to understand. Tewa helps Atlas, with the rat problem, which results in no rats at all, and also seems a little bit confused just about the ins and outs.
Hey, we successfully eradicated the rat problem. There's no rats.
Diaz speaks to everyone on the ship at least once, has a somewhat conversation with everyone, apart from Astra, and then goes to her bedroom.
Iris's bedroom.
It's Diaz's now. Let's just it's her bedroom.
You can make her sleep in her new ship if you wanted.
Small though.
Find the chair back
Said it's small.
if you want. If you asked her, that's something you could. If you want to try to reclaim your bedroom, Cyrus.
He's awkward at the moment. She just told him he talks weird. He's trying to figure out how to talk to people. Charisma -1, not coming easy.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else
Why are you
anyone would
putting
like to do
that
before you
weird
travel?
cologne on?
You plot a course for the next system, kind of following the path you set before. You see the Reach system up ahead. It is like a outpost, kind of like position for Vanguard space, and it kind of helps secure the surrounding area around Uri. There is a, as you travel here over the next hours, you do star shift. You see readouts across the actual area itself. You see Fortress World, which is it's basically referred to as Fortress Prime. It's a heavily fortified planet that kind of serves as a Overwatch for actual military control and high command in the region. There's actually the whole planet has an energy shield around it, emitted from the surface, because it doesn't have a natural ozone layer. There's orbital defense platforms which can shoot through the barrier unimpeded, because again, the lack of an actual full ozone layer there, and also a variety of ground-based artillery emplacements. There are patrol fleets tasked with monitoring activity along the frontier, responding to potential threats, things of that nature. A variety of forward operating bases all through the system as well. These are not all necessarily active. These are bases that are made on the planet, and they're sent further afield. Same with their selection of outposts, watchtowers, and there is more training here. There is a variety of strange and settling things here. But again, you're continuing to go through the heart of amalgam space around the on Phalos. You are finding all of the little ins and outs of the military procedures in here. But as you kind of do enter, you are immediately flagged. Unlike in the previous region where you weren't flagged immediately. You're only flagging you up a bit closer to Primus. As soon as you have this one, you're like flagged pretty much straight away. Of like, you know, Ship Chimera. You are currently in the Reach system. This is Fortress Prime. Please state your intended destination to travel outside of the Reach system and when you would intend to achieve the jump.
Well, this is Captain Barry Ledshaw, our final destination, Pogna. We intend to jump as soon as we're able.
Wonderful. Please hold your position. Turn off your engines. Recharge. We will provide you adequate cover and support. Nothing will harm you here. Until then, once you're ready to jump, please let us know just before you do so. And then feel free to proceed when able.
Very well.
If you're having any problems, I'll reach out to you again in the next 24